Alright. Alright. Hello. Good day. Continuing a little bit. I have completely forgotten what I am. Right. Wait a second. Companion quests. Alright, all of these died. I killed all of them. Right. Right. Price of power. Cassie intends to recruit Tissophanes. Right. Errands. Few contracts, rebels, expensive chemicals for Plastio. I have so much Plastio. Right, so since I don't really have anything else to do, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and check in with the Inquisitor. Well, if I'm not mistaken, was there something on some of my colonies that I need to check out? Completely forgot. Haven't played in a while, and my memory's not great. No. The low captains on Foulstone and on Dargonos. Janus has finished schools. That's great. A great fire. Come here. The way of fire. Yeah, right. Just burn the trees down. Melter and Plasma. Why is it Master of Flame but doesn't give me with flamers? Wonderful. Chemicals? No. Take the great fire, yes. What do we have? Shelter. By turning the tower at an enormous staging point, the rogue travels with billions of lives. Is that necessary though? Over the swarming of a fleet of refugees, it can be utilized as a workforce for the construction of a great xenovivisectory for the study of inhumans. All witnesses will be disposed of. Dodge against Xenos could be really good. Welcoming commoners would be pointless, but the rogue trader could offer refuge to the aristocrats attend Janus at a world of blessed respite for them, gaining powerful allies as a result. No. We will definitely... Merciful Savior is healing combat. The damage of this ally is increased by 4% until end of combat stacks. Okay, that's not bad. I unfortunately... Oh no, wait, I have Heinrichs. I can do that. So yeah, burn the forest down for now. Verbus. No. And then Kievagama also. So Verbus and Kievagama are basically done at the current stage. But maybe we can build more stuff later. Dargonos I need to check out. We are currently building the Schola Pronigenium. And here we're burning down. And Faustone also is done. Right, so, actually, back to Dargonos then. Finished invent instigators, right. Creatures in the service of host Chorda have arrived in a colony. They agitate fiercely before the mob, but unfortunately the planet's officials too often serve as examples of reprobate behavior in their sermons, which begins even more turmoil among the common folk. Send them on a pilgrimage. Turn the people against to leave the preachers be. Send them on a pilgrimage. Surely using the verb preacher's word against them, the rogue trader's servants announced the start of a pilgrimage, ousting Chorda's lackeys along with anyone who had been too eager to listen to them. They left are now free to look for a new home. That was easy enough. Yes, repair my hull. Then, on to... not Verbus, Foulstone. Foulstone. Which is... Where was that? Down here somewhere, I believe. Here. Thankfully, I have made a route at some point. I don't remember one. I don't remember when. Make you safe as well. But yeah, not a lot happening lately. It is actually kinda insane how the temperature dropped in my area. We went from above 30 to below to about 12 degrees. So that was impressive. Yesterday we had like 9. Currently we have 12. It is insane and wonderful. We'll have 9 later today. Yeah, it is kind of insane and wonderful how quickly the temperature dropped. A frigate belonging to the world bearers disgorges a horrifying landing party on the colony. A small number of Chaos Space Marines level everything in their path. Of course they would. Form a militia. The world bearers effortlessly exterminate the thoroughly outmatched defenders, but the memory of their heroism remains in the inhabitants' hearts. Having spent a few days in the colony, the word bearers devoured the planet. What exactly brought them here remains a mystery. I do like that you can just form a militia, which is the objectively correct thing to do if it's against chaos. Yeah, they never stood a chance. Right, Fribundus, go to Footfall and have a chat with the Inquisitor. Can I actually just go ahead and trade with you? 99. I do have enough profit factor. I need 100 more reputation, which I currently cannot get. Fuck. Atrium. I assume that he's in the atrium. And yeah, otherwise, new Space Marine has been released, Space Marine 2. I had it on my wish list, but kinda just didn't play it. I don't know. Not actually that interested, I think. Mainly because it's Space Marines. Which, not my favorite faction. Absolutely not my favorite faction. We are at 100. Please continue. I had feared it was bugged again.
With each step, I
Right,
forge
map.
my destiny among
There's
the
Hieronymus.
stars.
Not sure why not everybody is coming with us. Oh, they have rebuilt the Market Street. They have rebuilt the Market Street, wonderful. Herald of Lord Inquisitor of the Holy Order of Xenos, the Legion's Palace is presently closed to outsiders. Thankfully, I have an invitation. I hope that the Inquisition troops are better than the enforcers I have. I do love how the Inquisition is like a secret police and then he just has this giant fucking eye on his back. The Lord Inquisitor is engrossed in studying star system charts and reports which are amassed on the desk like the ridges of a formidable mountain range. There are shadows beneath his eyes which are ruthlessly dissecting the latest report, and his skin seems stretched taut over the bones of his skull. Without turning his head on you, Corco says wearily, "Greetings, your lordship. Your timing is impeccable." Man has a mustache. An aged servant with the bearing of a veteran approaches the two of you. A precise movement, he replaces the untouched cup of cold recave in front of the Lord Inquisitor with a new one, slightly steaming. Heinrich's not silently a Alcazar who responds by ever so slightly bowing his head. What options do we have? May the Emperor grant you strength and some time to rest, Lord Inquisitor. Told you have business with me. First I'm barred from entering, now I'm summoned here like a servant. Nope. You congratulate me on my rise to power, and I'm here to return the favor. I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor already had power. I'm gonna say may the Emperor grant you strength and some time to rest, Lord Inquisitor. The corners of Carcass's mouth creep upward, and a befittingly grave tone replies, I would be loath to trouble our master with a prayer for such an indulgence, especially one so utterly inappropriate at this fraught time. Carcass notices it gently and inclines his head with a dignified air. Sister. The battle sister's eyes gleam as the Lord Inquisitor addresses her. May your path be blessed. It is gratifying to see that the trials endured by the Expanse have failed to extinguish the flame of your fortitude. What a sentence to say. Lady Navigator Cassia Tessifia Evriela? Never heard that one before. The Lord Inquisitor's lips curve into a thin smile as he captures a glimpse of scarlet eyes. I hear that House Orselio is going through a difficult time. Change is coming. I sincerely hope it is for the better. Your colors, Lord Inquisitor, as rich as they are multifaceted. I have never encountered anything like it before. Unclouded hues flowing from one to the next. Amazing harmony. Amazing and frightening. That a man of such status and talents has taken an interest in the well-being of a Nav's nobility house is a great honor. Are you aware of the changes Incendia has wrought on Footfall? What is the current situation? Dispute between you and Caligus Unterscale, right? What is the current situation in the Expanse? That's the important part. A cult of the Final Dawn and Drukhari raiders are vying with each other to see who can cause us the greatest turmoil. I have mobilized all the forces I can to repel the attacks, which is why we are still alive. Combined militia brigades are hunting for Xenos and guarding convoys, and expeditionary platoons under my command are crushing heretic rebellions. The situation is unstable, but I will not pretend that I was prepared for this crisis. However, we have not lost our footing yet. What makes you think you're capable of commanding the whole sect? That's not a good question. Right, what has prompted Drukhari to act so brazenly? Prison interrogations indicate that an incident occurred in the Dark City, what the Xenos called a disjunction, a dimensional calamity that forced them to step up the raids in real space. The audacity speaks to the desperation which in turn will translate into new trials for his service. Disjunction by sundering reality and causing a disjunction, you've let the warp demons invade Comora. Ah, yes. Why has the cult of Final Dawn become more active? The warp is raging. Its baleful sign always portends change, and crises beget desperation, the most fertile ground for heresy. I believe the arch-enemy's servants think the time has come, or perhaps this day was marked in their profane scripture as the date of the end of existence. I will not trouble myself with further attempts to make sense of the blasphemous doctrine. They have been destroying us all, so they must be destroyed. You have mobilized all forces, but not House von Valancius. Are you not standing before me now? While your status remained unclear, I preferred not to requisition the resources of the Von Valancius Protectorate. Your people dealt with Eurolon the Cruel's agent and with Xenos' reign, and it was enough for me. But now is the time to add your might and talents to the scales. Honestly, those two are not good options. I understand. I see no need to get bogged down in the details. To apprise you of all the information I currently possess would require more time than we have. Right. I escaped from Comoro. You escaped from the Dark City, a feat that few have accomplished. Truly, I congratulate you on an exceptional performance, and I would even mar your triumph by telling you that the Inquisition will, of course, be watching you very closely henceforth. I sincerely hope that your grand escape was no part of the Xenos' devious machination. What was the dispute between you and Caligus Unterscale about? His lordship deemed it more important to show off his stubbornness than to safeguard the interests of the Expanse, stupidity of the most burdensome kind. But my source informed me that he nevertheless has joined my efforts against the Xenos, and so I have decided to stay in his sanctions for a time. Why do you think he acted that way? His lordship has long displayed susceptibility to corrupting ideas. His loss of interest in managing his protectorate and his appetite for violence drew my notice some time ago. The only question that remains unanswered is how many agents of the arch-enemy have infiltrated his entourage. A lot. Himself, in fact. Did he send Incendia on him? Despite the impression I may have created, I am not a schoolmaster obliged to rein in misbehaving rogue traders. Caligus rejected the call to fulfill his duty to the Emperor. What discussion was there to be had? I see. Rest assured that his lordship will face the consequences of his actions. Are you aware of the changes in Incendia has wrought Footfall? Naturally. Her ladyship has done me an invaluable service by taking on the task of instilling order on the station. Though her style of leadership seems unnecessarily brutal to me, on the whole her actions have not exceeded the bounds I set. I put an end to her dictatorship. The Lord Inquisitor does not appear to agree with the news. As I understand, it was a private confrontation between two rogue traders, yes. As such, I hope your house will reach a reconciliation with her ladyship's heir. You had not hindered my plans, Lady Incendia. Bridgefoot fought sufficiently that I was not distracted by the need to pacify it. What help do you want from me? Frosher, if you please. Frosher, what a name. The Inquisitor nods imperiously at the servant who draws some kind of remote control from his pocket. All sounds whose sources are more than 3 meters away fade to nothing. Oh, they have like a silence bubble. To my chagrin, the ability to be in 2 places at once does not number among my talents. That is why I wish for you to serve in my stead. I place such trust in very few people, you understand. You will feel what it is to walk in my shoes and attempt to compel a gaggle of quarrelsome blockheads to work together. You will reconquer Euphrates too for me. The Inquisitor gestures to the servant and the silencing field disperses. Frosher and Ulrika, for this one has gone cold. Euphrates 2 was the tech priest station, if I recall correctly. Not a planet. Let's go jerks it up, clearly recognizing the name Kelkis I just uttered. You blood stuff is a grunt of displeasure. His mother pitched for you only. You will reconquer Euphrates 2 for me. The esteemed Lord Inquisitor has done away with all pretense of politeness now. His orders are now come without even the veneer of a request. Can you tell me more about Euphrates 2? A sacred world of the Adeptus Mechanicus, off limits to lay people. I am one of the few who do not worship the Omnissiah to have set foot on its surface. Or rather, I was. Now it is crawling with unbelievers. The despicable word bearers attacked and captured Euphrates 2, and the cult of Fanaldon brought an entire horde of heretics to the planet. Registering a Sanctity Alpha priority mission. The scourge of corrupted misbelievers, reigning over blessed workshops, fills the Omnissiah's faithful with anguish. Activating auto-asceticism protocol, I offer a prayer for the liberation of the sacred world. From beneath Pascal's crimson robe comes the sound of mechanisms whirring to life, a dark bloodstains streak across the fabric. I sent my troops to aid the explorative forces laying siege to the world, but a rift occurred among the commanders. They need an authoritative general, and you're perfect for the role. My confidence is not misplaced, I trust. The word bearers went there themselves. They didn't just send in their puppets. Clearly, the stakes for them were high enough. Your Honor the Cruel has stirred his profane self to make a personal appearance on Euphrates 2. Conrad Whiteveer, incidentally, is also there. I hear you two have unfinished business. Him I will generously leave to you. When you have finished with him, you may simply dispose of his mortal remains. No need to surrender him to the Inquisition for an inquest. Consider it my gift. What do they want with Euphrates 2? The reasons behind the machinations would be pure speculation at this point. Bring me prisoners to interrogate, and perhaps we'll gain some much needed insight. What forces do we have in place, and what is this rift that occurred between the commanders? Explorator Fleet Divine Cognizance MD-821 recalled its most combat-ready units to retake the world. They were supported by my most powerful strike fleet and a group of deadly allies. I dispatched a pack of Space Wolves to hunt them down the transgressors. Unfortunately, the leaders have failed to find a common language. The esteemed Thorvald is at odds with the conclave of the Mechanicus Battle Congregation, and the Omnissiah servants find Thorvald's strident nature off-putting. And neither group is fond of Militant Sibilak, who commands my forces. Were not fond, to be precise. Some esteemed militant perished along with his ship a week ago when his noble allies failed to support his offensive. How did you manage to enlist the aid of the Angels of the Emperor? I must remind you that I'm still Lord Inquisitor of the Coroner's Expanse, not merely some, what do I always say, Frosher? Some grox-bothering prick. If certain rogue traders at times allow themselves to speak to me in an overly willful manner, that should not give you cause to doubt my authority. Yeah, the situation is clear. You will be given the details when you arrive in orbit around Euphrates 2. Right, I will smash the heretics. Like, those two questions don't really matter. I never doubted you, Lordship. The Emperor protects. He has a knife. He has a sword. I always like when swords are just like leaning next to a desk. Kelkis nods at the paper that his servant has deferentially delivered to the table. This document attests to the extraordinary powers you now have at your disposal, counting on your success. Well, Didn't want to click on that.
The divine watches over us.
Let us go and kick some heretics to the curb. Though to be fair, an entire group of word bearers is probably a bit much. So having space wolves there may be in fact helpful. Return to the ship. Alright. Where exactly is Euphrates 2? I thought it's a space station, but apparently not. Hold the War Council, Emperor's Palm. Right. Yeah. Means I'll probably have to travel some unsafe routes. Smeragos Mundus. Never heard of that. Can I go from Moloseptum there? I'm gonna check. Travel over there. Enemies of humanity have been spotted aboard ship. War beasts have enthralled the crew in charge of one of the macro cannons. Receive military gear and a chance to prove their worth by dispatching the Lord Captain's enemies. Blessed by the holy gifts, we don't have that. Crew have to rely solely on their own strength and improve. No, give them weapons. The victory over the Rogue Traders' enemies came at a high price. Still, the decks have been cleansed, the warp spawn away took the blood of hundreds of voidsmen. Well, we have enough of those. I cannot chart new routes here, and this is apparently a very, very unsafe route. Lord Captain, the ne'er-do-wells from the Augur crew are reporting we've reached the Lost Septum system with a Promethium refining hive. Essential pride is looking... But my mother of the Contra... What the fuck? Look, Emperor preserves, Lord Captain, the entire system is darker than the inside of Groxus. Look, Star, it's kind of gone. What nonsense. Stars stood vanished from the sky without a trace. Abelard, you watched Drukhari do that. But unless my eyes are deceiving me, Lord Captain, Sentius Pride is an object of strategic importance to the Children dynasty. It alone covers the Promethean needs of their entire protectorate. It is not difficult to figure out what happened. The damned Xenos had to work cut out for them, but by the throne they succeeded. This does not mean we can leave the important strategic assets for them to plunder. I suggest we do incendiate the faith and salvage the remains of a Prometheum. Another system is missing at Star. We need to see if there are Xenos on that frozen world, and should our suspicions be confirmed, exterminate them. If you disagree, let me remind you that the protectorate of one of the rogue traders of the Coronas Expand has lost several billions of its subjects. Can you be certain that the same won't happen to the Dragonos or any other worlds? Thank you for your comprehensive report, Travel. Apologies, Lord Captain. As the esteemed Master Helmsman just stated, the Augur crew is troubled by the anomalous absence of a star in the heart of the system. So, however, I'm afraid it is forever lost to the Imperium, as are the lives of billions of its children. Yeah, that's... was kind of to be expected. Apparently our extraction still works, though. So that's great. Also, why did they allow me to just put in an extraction and just mine their Promethium?
It is the Emperor's will for us to crush them.
Preparing proximity flagships posts using unannounced Xenos power. Which ones? We have 3 frigates. With a lance. And torpedoes. That's not great. The torpedoes definitely aren't great for me. Thankfully, I'm pretty sure we do have enough firepower to just blast them. Wonderful. And then put it on these guys. Immediately. Holy shit, we do in fact have enough firepower to immediately blast them.
Send our enemies to the void.
How much movement do these have? They have. Also, good morning or good day. It doesn't actually say how much movement they have. Huh. That's kind of annoying. I don't think I'm gonna need to use any of my abilities here, so... Well, the torpedoes have enough movement, is the answer to that question. Also, they can apparently get those every single turn.
Let the macro cannon sing their deadly
Another
litany.
enemy sundered by the void.
Do I have enough? Yes.
Set course with all haste.
That should allow me to dodge both of those torpedoes. Reload. And shoot them
I
again.
want to hear the macro cannon. For the glory of the Imperium.
I'm impressed that I have not taken damage, apparently. Somehow. Now we just wait for the
Enemy shield
torpedoes
is
to
down.
despawn.
Time to unleash a counterattack.
Unfortunately, our friend, the frigate, died. Then again, I have that back next turn, next combat anyway. Multi-band, 98 and 5% critical hit chance. I think I prefer that. Hull repair. Upgrade. Wait, not the RAM. Do I want to upgrade the RAM? Not really. All hands on deck. Okay, what can we take? Boarding party. Boarding party to infiltrate enemy ship, starting turn fires and possibly causing engine damage that cripples the ship once per round. Premonition. August scan the area for favorable tactical positions. A jump, a strafe. I think the boarding party, that sounds fun. And then all hands on deck. Allow 3 torpedo salvos instead of 1. This is a... Is this an ultimate? Yeah, it's an ultimate post ability. Premonition focused efforts. Use of both abilities of one selected post for one turn. A shield pulse. Disrupt the enemy's defenses. Can I... You have the boarding party. You don't have anything. You have the shield pulse. Needs to be used. And that's about it. Okay. Begin scan. I don't think there's all too much left here. New information has arrived, Lord Captain. We managed to detect a residual heat signature in one of the continents of Sunshell Pride, but there is no clear indication of its origin. The crew is waiting for further instruction and praying for the souls of the deceased with extraordinary zeal. The crew shall really learns to delay and begin exploration of this dead world. Century Pride awaits. Would not be proper to disturb the bitter crowns of another protectorate. Right, dispatch rescue teams. The order is clear. The rescue shuttles have been dispatched to the suggested evacuation points and the likely locations of hidden bunkers. Is there anything else you desire? Yeah, begin the exploration of this dead world. If you are so eager to freeze your esteemed knowledge self, Lord Captain, who are we to object? Alright. This entire planet should be literally just a clump of ice. Considering that there is literally no sun. Oh well, they have. Hey, I noticed this poster. They had that in the prologue, on the prologue planet as well. On the other hand, they did not in fact survive. I just realized those are giant engines. Yeah, okay, yeah, clump of ice confirmed. Oh, mostly. Actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of weird how many ice planets we've been on. There is a light. So I guess somebody is still alive
We
down
are
there.
bound by the blood of martyrs.
And also, we need to hope that our engines don't freeze. Delicate young woman lies curled up in a snowbank like a living statue. Nice labyrinthine. Snow clearly shows the trail of a body being dragged and reveals several pairs of footprints. Judging by the shape, no one from belong to a human. Yep, Drukhari. Okay. I wonder if we ever get to fight orcs. That would be actually kind of fun. I hate how those look.
Your words mean nothing to me.
Ambush.
For I speak the language of retribution.
Right. Have to reacquaint myself with my abilities, but I think I can move you up here and just look at them. Which is always a nice thing to do. Since it kind of always... Right, you did reduce well degradation, that's not really needed. Those are the buffs. Reveal the light, willpower and toughness.
If I may.
And then hit chance, dodge, and resistance test. Sure.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Set us a front line. Set us a... This is backline, this is rear. And then the backline can be here, I guess.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Argenta. So my plan will be, I think, to have Liam hold here and Argenta just shoot up that way. I have a flamer, I have a bolter. Right. Devastating attack, concentrated fire. Oh right, I have concentrated fire now.
I'll do it.
I forgot to activate the confident approach. It's fine now. Abelard, I think, can go up there. Though I'd prefer if you were in cover for your approach. Do that. You are the stab. You are the 40% dodge to enemy, poised to strike. You. And I also like shoot 'em. Missed. Wonderful. He survived and then he just walked in and got slapped.
You will pay for this in blood.
Pascal Bounty Hunter. First of all, Mark Prey. What level are these guys? 3. That's not that great, but whatever. And you are 3. Well, you can go here. Then Markham. And should kill. Perfect. I feel overleveled. I kind of feel overlevel actually, yeah. That they didn't really do all that much here. I think we'll just flank. Right.
For the
Hendrik
throne,
still
Lord.
has the big heal. Which should... Yeah, that is a great thing to have for the... If I grab the other thing. That one project that increases damage whenever anybody gets healed. Stab him. Sing a song. This is Blade Wing. Oh right, you have a jump pack now. Completely forgot about that.
And so it shall be done.
And then you can actually just look at them again, huh? You are still burning. Unleash the warp curse. And that should blast them. Again, I have completely underestimated the amount of damage Cassia can do. You'd shoot twice. So first, concentrated fire. Additional damage, and then... That should... Did you fucking miss? With a flamethrower?
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
Okay, apparently flamethrower wasn't really necessary. Yeah, this combat was surprisingly easy.
Indeed.
He's just gonna bleed to death now. And can you get... You can get a line.
I won't let her devour me.
That combat was surprisingly easy. I expected more of the Drukhari. What do we have? Advanced medkit and a normal medkit. That's fine. Oh, I can loot you. How? You're in a block of ice. A crumpled engraved pendant. To my darling Estrom D, inside a hamper the portraits of an elderly man, his wife and daughter. Right. Rite of Passage 90X V55L. She to Pokruma's family, arriving at Footfall, Harbour Master Maleficus Acticus. Harbour Master. Maybe I can talk with them.
Would be proud of me.
Thousands of bodies have merged into frozen snowdrifts, covering streets as far as the eye can see. It's unclear whether formation occurred naturally or somebody purposely piled up the corpse. Considering the Drukhari on this planet, I'd go with purposely.
You are in the presence
I cannot.
of House
Okay,
Orsella.
no. The lamps they have here kinda weird. Don't need the Drukhari weaponry.
No, your duty.
They destroyed may the faithful partake of the Emperor's immortality and find solace in his crimson embrace. Spread the word, brothers and sisters, the feast has begun. That does not sound great.
The burden of failure.
That does sound like a non-standard cult. The pipe is emitting a barely noticeable heat signature which leads further into the hive. Charred bones stick out from a massive pile of ash. Some by scratches may even been lifted by a blade or teeth. Part of a woman's face and several delicate fingers are still frozen to a cold generator. Someone shed the rest of the body. Box filled with rubbish and frozen bones. Letters decreasing tone propaganda posters have been used as kindling. I'm not surprised. Though it doesn't give something's blocking from the other side. Okay. That's also a giant door.
Duty prevails.
Frozen servitors. Can they even act if they're frozen armor? Has more than 50% against plus 40% armor, minus 6 MP and may only attack once per turn. Why are the servitors angry at me? Oh well. As long as they can only attack once per turn, I can have Liam just stand over there. Why does everybody have so much movement? It's completely unused to. Start. Okay, Cassia. Buff 1. Buff 2. Frontline. Just around Othello. And have a Warp Curse unleashed. And then you can look at someone.
I am a navigator, not a servant.
Then Ria for additional crit over at Argenta. And then the back line can go. I hate that they are 2x5s
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
on Pascal. Would honestly prefer if they were like a little bit like 3x3. Well, 3x3 when I say this is 4x4. 3x4 would I would personally prefer like 3x4. Buff this
I won't
roll.
object to it.
Give armor. He has an insane amount of action points for the first turn. What? Unfortunately, all of those are out of range, so just...
More trouble than it's worth.
Oh, he exploded. They explode. That's not great. Self-destruct protocol. Self-destruct protocol. The service will explode at the end of its turn. Okay, yeah, that's not great. In this case, I think we'll just try to shoot them before they can do so. Give me that. And you can, yeah, you can machine spirit banishment them as well. For a little bit more damage. And then they are level 2, so that's not really worth it. Trail this one. How are they still moving? Shouldn't the temperature on this planet be like approaching absolute zero? On the other hand, we can just... Concentrated fire. Made by these soldiers 120% damage and additional 25% dodge detection. Alright, then. Impact, energy, and all inflicts blinded.
Emperor commands, I act.
And then we're just gonna... You don't actually deal damage to Athena, huh? Right. Burn them. Oh wait, he's blinded now. That's not ideal, but acceptable. Parry. Endure. Scream at them. He's the only one in range mostly anyway, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. Rockcrete, and then you can mark him. Sing, he should attack you, give you a turn, an action back, and then you can slap him. Abelard, I think Abelard should probably stay back a little bit. shoot him. He missed. God damn it. Wait, he exploded? Why? Burning, so there's a protocol. Oh well. Cassia can look at all of them. Wonderful. Don't you stun? Yeah. Let's stand this. She has way too many effects. What power group resistance has required, right? Succeeded, failed, failed, succeeded. Okay, 3 have succeeded. Should be fine. Heinrichs can move closer. And call upon the Emperor's Wrath. He will explode. And then, oh right, they can. They still attack before they explode, and then he can parry and blast them as well. So that's great. So he attacks, gets parried, gets hit back. And since Liam does enough damage to basically one-shot all of them, it should be fine. Yeah, these combats feel very easy compared to what I've already done. May the faithful partake of the Emperor's immortality and fence. Right, feast has begun. Again, that doesn't sound great. Whereas ice sculptures, faithful continue back the Emperor for salvation. The Emperor is covered with twisted symbols and decorated with column 2 small skulls. Attack use 100%. Gain strength bonus parry while wearing light armor. That could go on Abelard. You wear light, right? Yeah. What current boot are you wearing? Gains 2 times strength bonus to parry. And reals failed dodge test. So this is just... Actually, it's literally just improved lightweight boots. Okay. I don't have anybody with breaker ranks. A book. Okay, see. Recorded sermon. Playing the recording produces quiet whispering, rustling of clothes, noise from the footsteps of dozens of feet, and someone's deep measured breathing. When the silence settles, a sonorous male voice delivers the opening sermon of liturgy. Glory to the divine creator that sits on the golden throne of holy terror, whose will created sky and earth, light and darkness, stars and galaxies. Glory. Glory to the guardian of humanity who shields us from the terrors of the void, the madness of heretics, and the malice of the enemies of the Imperium. For we are created in the God Emperor's image to carry his light and his will and his word in the galaxy, both in life and after our passing. Glory to the Lord of humanity, whose envoys, men, women and men of courage and virtue, guide our sons and daughters to the only path that is righteous. May your souls weep and lament your ignorance of how to love our God Emperor, the Warden of Light, more than he loves each and every one of us. Cry, pray, repent, and beg for forgiveness, for your love is no love at all. Your great love is infinitely small, and even the most profound love of his most loyal servants is infinitesimally less than the love of the Master of Mankind gives us in return. Now let us talk about how we can love the Emperor's flesh and spirit even more, and how to come closer to his divine immortality in life and after we die. That's not great. I feel that they probably ate people. Something is blocking on the other side. So I currently have no path forward here in this area. Meaning I'm just gonna go outside again. Annoying sneezes. Breathing has a better chance bloody handprints. Yeah, I'm guessing that they ate each other, which never the correct thing to do. I assume that we'll have other entrances as well. Disarm that for me. If you can, which... holy shit, you can. What difficulty was this? Laziness, base -40, difficulty +10. Made of earth protect. Okay, yeah, that's the same fly over and over again. Jervis, may the immortal Emperor guard you with his grace. I've done everything I possibly could. Grab and jet and Jolanta and flee this cursed world as soon as possible. I left the writ of passage and some savings in a secret cache at the Spy of Pride under one of the wanted posters. Metamaster Mankind bless Acticus for his assistance. I still have unfinished business at the department, so we will reunite on footfall. Lamprecht von Grotten. Yeah, yeah. So, Jorda herself also started basically eating people. So I kind of feel like she wasn't that great for people. I kind of feel like the entire Jorda dynasty is a bit of a cannibal cult. This is...
Let us walk this path to the end.
well, this was a fucking waste. Great. Alright. Up here then I go. But further instead of into the house. What do we have? My most precious Victor, Sister Briganda from the Ordus Famulus, whom you introduced to us, is a really sweetheart. You must have noticed how many new guests started showing up at our soirees after Darling stayed at our estate. Jeffro is extremely fond of Briganda too. Our heir has finally started showing an interest in something other than the exact sciences and taking a liking to theology. May the Emperor bless your insightful wisdom. P.S. Come visit us today after the 8 klaxon. My husband will be at the club with his friends. Scar as you went too far, the monk will be off to his ancestors now. He's still standing though. Okay, grant him 2,000 non-lethal wounds so he will have time to enjoy his suffering. Kill me already. Standard, I beg you, the Drukhari do not kill people. At least not if they can avoid it. First, let us loot this chest. Then we can go save him, I guess. Oh, now he's dead. So they in fact did kill him. What of Medusae? Use your rage, natural armor, irresolute, the children of Assyrian. You're not Eldari, you're Drukhari, but that's fine. Cassia, can you move somewhere? You can just look at all of them. Not really, unfortunately.
Stop. There.
Found the trap. Good eye. And then you can just stand up here. The Medusae apparently, I guess, are...
If I may.
they're a new type of enemy I've not seen before.
you insist, Lord Captain.
But we can still just, you know, look at them, and that should
Being
fix it.
ordered
What
around.
level are they? Doesn't say. You are level 3, and these are also level 3. So, considering the combat we had just a few minutes ago, this shouldn't be too hard. We removed our cover.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Display your death about to break. Crippled in body, then corrupt in mind.
Eye burst. What? Hit chance, right. These mental damage inflict is staggered. Effect on everyone who fails a willpower resistance test except Jukari. Right, okay. Well, we can just buff and have a heal. Then regeneration on Athela. Or Liam. Have a big
But of
heal.
course, Lord Captain.
Have some armor.
Let's see to it.
Have the Emperor's Ra. Alright, I tend to forget that Drukhari really don't like being attacked with warp powers. Can I? I cannot, unfortunately. But here I can. I was hoping I could get there so I somehow... So I could dash through this, then there, and then there. But unfortunately, not enough space there. So... I will dash through. Slash once. Slash twice. Then mark him. Increases dodge.
It will be done.
Wonderful. That should kill. And we can endure. Oh, you aim for the opening. This is the poise to strike. Suffer minus 14% armor. Minus 3 deflection at the end of assassin's turn. If there's only one enemy adjacent to him, the assassin gains plus 14% dodge. So you should now have 14% additional dodge. Is that correct? Poise to strike. Yes. Okay. Just burn to death. Plus 1 temporary wounds. Right, I think I'll just flamethrower them.
I'll do it.
No wait, that's the bolter flamethrower. We do not get a good line there. Oh well, one enemy it is then. Oh, yeah, she gets a second attack. I am very much disappointed in the quality of these enemies.
Running binaric override. My vow is
Should have used that first. Have a position and a raid'em.
quest approved.
Pain and hardship, we prove our devotion.
I think I can actually just hit them. You have the hammer, which deals 20 to 25. And the sword, which deals a lot more. Is this a special sword? Righteous Justice. Alright, you ignore dodge. And I think you're votary, so you ignore dodge and deflection? And then Fernand, I'm pretty sure this is the sword I will use until the end of the game. Because this is just ridiculous. You do not reach that far. Can you get a line on the guys up there somehow? Apparently not.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
You can. Not quite sure why it showed me it couldn't then, but whatever. Actually, yeah, just give Athela here and Liam here in your turn, and then you can slap him. Charge over here,
Rejoice in service.
and then kill both of them.
Another step towards our ultimate victory.
Oh, not quite that yet, but that allows us to use his heroic action and then just
Comply.
level up. Wonderful.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
That's unfortunate. Thankfully, I do have some weaker medkits as well.
Let me help.
Use those first.
Let's patch you
Bit sad that they walked through the trap, but whatever. Exemplar, what can we get? Combat meditation. Those are exemplar talents. I need to read those, unfortunately. 7% armor does not stack. This is definitely for Cassia. Damage up of the character is increased by 3% and enough cover every new enemy damaged by them this combat. Okay. Character gains 15% 15 willpower as long as they have no ranged weapon. That's perfect. Staves do not count as ranged weapon. That's kind of really good for Psychers then. Applies blinded, slot, fatigue, perplexed, or disturbed effects. One random enemy of the target also gains the effect for 1 round. The same happens if the character inflicts stunned or prone, but the random target has a resistance. Shit. Critical damage. Increased by 5% of the dodge. Okay. Melee attack each round deals an additional +2 damage for every cell between a character's current position and the spot where they started the turn. The character's dodge reduction is higher than the enemy's dodge. Before applying the heavy, medium, character's damage against the enemy is increased by +1% for every 5% difference. That doesn't sound too great, but I guess you have some targets who can reduce dodge quite a lot. Kills the first enemy, the character immediately makes an additional single attack against the closest enemy they can target with the same weapon if possible. Deals 30% base damage with +10 bonus for every difficulty tier of the first killed enemy. So this is for Pascal. Whenever a character deals damage to an enemy, the enemy suffers 1 stack of the degraded defense. For every 6 damage the character has dealt. Whenever an ally attacks the enemy, they deal additional damage equal to the number of degraded defense stacks. I'm gonna be honest, this doesn't sound so great because, like, if Liam hits someone for 60, then the next guy deals 10 more damage, which isn't, well, actually, it is kind of that much if I see a Gentis Bolter dealing 16 damage per hit. Reduces target's armor by 9% at the end of combat. Supply before damage is calculated and stacks. Okay. Cover the both the target and the objective will suffer an additional damage. Equal for battle. Character has 2 additional action points. When others take actions on extra turns given by the character, deal 50% damage. We have extermination. Fellowship and toughness bonus less damage. Effect does not suck. They restore 10% of the maximum wounds. If the character has less than 20% wounds left, they restore 20% of the maximum wounds. That's that interesting. Deal 40% less damage to character others. Enemies have 0 reflection, 0 armor against the character's attack, suffer 10% additional damage. So unfortunately, I think this does not count for the sword. I assume. Bonus to armor, armor penetration, dodge reduction, critical hit chance, critical damage, and parry chance. This is for Pascal. Hit by the character with a melee attack must pass a willpower resistance test to make the character a priority target until the start of the character's next turn. I kind of already do that. Fails a willpower resistance test against the character, they suffer willpower bonus direct damage. Character is attacked by an enemy, they gain momentum equal to difficulty here. Character single shots deal damage to targets other than main target, they gain +5% ballistic skill until the end of combat. Wait, no, +5, no, +5%. Deadeye shot, nobody uses deadeye shots. The character pushes an enemy, not really using that a lot. And bonus to this strength equal to 20% of the maximum wounds. Could be good. Plus 5. Bonus double when they have 25% wounds or less. Psychic Awakening, not gonna happen. Enemy's armor, the character's critical hit chance against enemies increased. So many talents, holy shit. They regain more wounds. Loses wounds for every next gains plus 1 damage stacks. Over penetration cannot be dodged. Single target attacks. Tough steel contains additional 12 wounds. The wounds are further increased by toughness, increasing by 10 times toughness bonus percent. Same way as basic wounds, right? Tricky defense. What is this? As light armor, the dodge is increased by plus 1% for every 3% of the item's armor bonus. Interesting. Bonus to a resistance test equal to plus 5 times deflection. That could be good. We do have a lot of deflection on the boy. To all effects that reduce the MP, they gain toughness bonus MP. Right, what I think I'm gonna take is where was it? Here, reduce armor. Because he does a lot of attacks. Litany of Hatred. Then I still don't have power armor, which is a bit annoying. Combat meditation. Cataclysm. No. Death dealer. Every round of the character kills, in addition to single attack against a close enemy can target with the same weapon if possible. Then unfortunately, since he's melee, probably won't happen. Extermination. Flesh wounds, full attention. You have the grievous wounds. Lethal threat. Malign influence. No martyrdom. Deadeye shot's not gonna happen. Pinpoint accuracy. Character ignores of the enemy's deflection. That's probably good for Argenta. Shot through, steel shell, tough steel. Tricky defense. You wear light armor, you want more dodge. And second tier archetype talent. So for the unsuspecting, no, for the unscathed. Plus 20% dodge and dodge because instant enemy. Full wounds, right. By target's armor and dodge by 10% at the end of the assassin's turn does not stack. Hemorrhage deals plus 10 damage. Disarray deals direct damage. The will become slowed. Squeeze. Successful dodge. Okay. It's not what I want. Adjacent enemy that moves into cell. With a 2 strength bonus penalty for prone. That could be good. Witness effect. No. Lone killer. No allies in the cell. That's not gonna happen. There is a 100 lethality or greater for the first time in a round. The assassin immediately regains the AP spent for that attack. Deal 5% more damage when hitting opening. First use of assassin really costs nothing. Okay, I think I'll take the keep your distance here. Argenta, you take the Master for Precision. No, where is it? Ignores ballistic skill bonus divided by 2 of the enemy's deflection. And then Flensing Faith. Melter Flame and Melter melee flame and melter attacks against demons circus deal additional damage. Killing enemy with melee attack. No. Haze breaking attack. Reduce the armor by 7% and toughness by 10. Just reduce. I mean, most of them are gonna die anyway. But I think it's fine. You have puncture. Hide any enemy's armor. That happens a lot simply based on his ability. You gain armor penetration, dodge reduction, and critical hit chance based on int. And then Forge, you don't wear heavy. Burning. Acceleration is melee. Close-up scanning is melee. Catch critical chain. Kills them with a critical hit. All allies gain critical hit chance. Cut the chase. Cause a critical hit. They gain movement. Gruesome kill. Have the agility reduced by... Okay. Grant stacking. Crit. Bounty hunter gains enemy different damage. Kills prey whose difficulty is 4 higher. Gain additionally gains plus 2 AP. Retaliates every kill. Ban ally gains an extra turn. We got for each ally who is adjacent to prey. I think I'm gonna take the catch, since this is just something that happens separately. If I could catch them, if I could immobilize them, that would be wonderful too. You, combat meditation, that's the longest ranged weapons equipped. Could be good. Better flesh wounds, full attention grievous wounds. How much int do you have? Not that much, I think. Pinpoint accuracy, no. Puncture, revenge, relentless. Overpenetration, no. No. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the... Where is it? The combat meditation, and then just unequip his ranged weapon. It costs no abilities, direct damage to the Psyker equal to... Right, Psyker abilities. Edge of Dawn. Suffer more damage. Obscure threat. Non-target Psyker is in cover. All resistance tests of targets suffer a fort plus 4 psi rating penalty. Second sight, stabilizing factor. Confer immunity is temporary wounds. That's fine. I have all these Psyker things, so I think while being threatened by enemies in melee range without provoking attacks, non-damaging, do not First psychic, I think I'm gonna take this. First psychic power doesn't increase veil degradation. Then, you don't have psychic awakening. High tech and available upgrades. Yeah. I'm gonna keep them in because I want to see what I already have. What did I want? You do have attention, so... Yeah, you can take that. Then... They suffer direct damage. So when they fail, they suffer damage. If they succeed, they take more damage. She has a lot of resistance tests on enemies, so that's definitely gonna help. Crossfire zone. She does not really have... I'm gonna take the Perilous Ways because why not? And then if we can take an ability, we can take something that moves enemies. What do we have here? Report a mutiny, get extra rations. Probably the mutineers. Plasma column.
Know your duty.
Xenos acquired a human-generated powder section of the street so that any wandering survivors will be drawn to the light like moths. What?
Incredible. Your heart, esteemed Magos, shines with a kaleidoscope of colors, albeit one made of metal.
Only laypersons believe feelings to be the preserve of flawed flesh. We know the higher passions granted by the Omnissiah, the aversion to tech corruption, the blessing of compliance with the canon of maintenance, and the satisfaction of effective devotional service.
Somebody scrolled a few words on top of the propaganda poster. Level 5A Block C cheap. No idea what that means. Grenades. Not sure why I have the crack grenades in cargo, but I'll take them.
The Divine watches over us.
That is a jet bike. That's a Drukhari patrol bike, or whatever that's called. Rejoice, for in 10 turns the immortal Emperor will bestow his grace upon us and embrace our brothers and sisters so they can serve him on holy terror. The celestial burial ceremony will commence at dawn, in full accordance with tradition. Remember to pay the fee so your loved ones do not have to wait for the next cycle before they can join the Emperor. Additionally, on this holy day, the number of workgoers will be reduced by one so the blessed denizens may take part in a solemn march from the Emperor's Spire to the Spire of Stillness. Does not sound correct. Once Majestic Bridge through its processions was damaged when a civilian orbital shuttle collided with it.
Let the faith guide.
Not
my
exactly
path
sure how we
on my
know
way.
that it was a civilian shuttle. The inscription states the gate leads to the temple quarter, but the rest of mechanism seals on the locks reveal this entrance hasn't seen any use in years. Hidden box. Flying Xeno device emits a natural light. Strange force about making it float freely in the air. I forgot some loot. It's not actually that labyrinthine. Where did I forget some loot? I feel lied to. Oh well.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Right, get rid of the trap. There's another group
That was
of
a problem for you.
Drukhari. The corpse says, as I shouted in disbelief.
Your words mean nothing to me, for I speak the language of the retribution.
Are you challenging me, Phil?
Yes, in fact. Yes, in fact we are. There are more enemies over there, which I think Argenta can probably take care of those. Alright, I'm gonna actually
Isn't this a job
start
that serves?
with giving people extra turns. So you can actually just hit him, but I think I'll do this. And then we yell at people. Also, have a song.
Will speak louder than words.
And then you can additionally look at people, but we don't really have... Okay.
Me. If you insist, Lord.
Immediately set somebody on fire. Incubus, so they have a lot of swords. I like that.
Pain and hardship improve our devotion. Let me educate you on the art of pain.
My mastery is unsurpassed.
I'm not currently impressed with the Drukhari. Flamethrower? Flamethrower. Actually, no. Burst fire.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
She can use them in melee, which is definitely appreciated. How is he still alive? Endure. Parry. I get some deflection, and now he's never gonna take damage again. And you can actually just heal,
With
huh?
you at my side, victory is within our grasp.
Inquisitor's Command. Then, how many can I buff at once? Most, but not all.
See to it.
Have some
I
strength.
won't object to it.
How?
Not sanctioned to do this.
Why not? Why are you not sanctioned to do this? What are you talking about? Oh well, have some regeneration.
Alas, no. More trouble than it's worth.
Unavailable. But why though? Oh well, no matter. Abelard, I think you are just gonna... Can you reach this guy? No, you cannot. Okay, so we're just gonna stab this man.
It will be done. A work for a fleshcrafter. I will do my duty. At your beck and call. You've unleashed my fury. Victory is imminent.
Just charge over here, I think. Pascal can... I think we can just stand here. These guys do not deal enough damage to be a danger. We have a level 4, however, and the rack, I believe, is also level 4. So go ahead and mark those. Wonderful. Look at him. Useless.
I'm afraid not.
You get extra damage. Alright, you should... So technically, he now should, whenever he kills somebody, but because I'm pretty sure he has something that allows him to shoot an enemy if he kills a prey. And then he should now also... Wait, did I take... No, I took the other one. I need to take the thing. I need to take that thing that allows him to shoot again whenever he kills something with a crit.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Well, that was underwhelming.
Martyrdom is the reward.
My revenge will be delectable.
Deflection bonus. Can I yell at her? I can just use my Daring Breach. Yeah, that should be fun.
Higher purpose.
Your cover will not assist you. Unfortunately, I cannot charge again. Thankfully, I don't think I need to.
You are doomed.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I'm not interested.
And wait, one more. Oh, completely overlooked you. Thankfully, I don't need to care about your cover. I still wonder why the Drukhari are just stealing sons. It's because so in the prologue they said basically to defend against heresy, but or defend against chaos, because I don't think the Drukhari really care about heresy. Shaped as mass of crooked bodies sticks up in the middle of the camp, bound by a single spike. How did I not walk into this trap earlier? What is that lamp? Or is it just like fire? Alright, now I need to check how I get down there. Kabalite warriors, like the Kabalite Blade Masters and such, I don't really care. We will get there at some point. Now how do I get there? Because that's, I believe... Wait, is it just the bridge? No.
We shall reclaim what is
Oh, it's down there, right. Okay, I could have just gone that way. Alright, can I go further this way? Report sedition. Always important. Look here. Little book. What does it say? The world turned out to be completely different from what I had imagined. Notes on Life in the Hive by LG, Historian Traveler. The distant home of Alvi Artani, though swathed in black sands, is nowhere as hot as the stone cocoon. Not even the force field can shield us from the embrace of the locust stir. In daylight hours, staying close to the outer walls would be insane. Personally, the suffer heat stroke or simply be boiled alive. The surface does not have the time to cool after darkness comes, so living here is like being encased in a steam barrel at all times. Throne be praised, the upper city has cooling zones that provide welcome relief. Despite the predatory prices and absolute disdain the local have shown toward my quickly lightening purse, the glacial gardens remain my favorite place to relax. Despite all its austerity and piousness, the hive is crawling with lawbreakers. I have been robbed thrice and almost killed twice this cycle alone. It makes procuring obscure ridiculously simple. Not that I've tried it, of course, but the crooks in every corner literally shove it into my face. Another thing that surprised me is the city's incredible work shifts. The planet turns on its axis once every 38 hours, and 25 of those are usually spent in the manufactorums. Another 5 to 7 hours are dedicated to mandatory public service like cleaning streets and attending sermons and patrolling floors, so only 6 remain for rest and domestic chores. I must have been blessed by the Emperor when Justice Greybergen invited me to stay at a truly magnificent estate. The view from the top of the Spire of Glory is fantastically beautiful. Up here, one cannot hear din of the overflowing streets of smell, the stench of refuse. And yet, the taller the spire, the crueler the scalding kisses become. Just as Greybergen calls a divine blessing. I'm not going to argue, we'll just quietly take my leave. Yeah, so 25 hours work, and then another 5 to 7 hours work. That sounds about right. God, I would fucking die. Might be reached with proper climbing equipment, which I do not have. And God Emperor Selling glazes down upon the village, the empty streets. So I did not find another entrance into... There is one door that I could not open. And I think I still cannot.
The duty prevails.
The door was up a bit. Over this one. Yeah. Something's blocking from the other side. I have not seen any other door to open outside, so I guess this is just blocked. And if I look at the outside, it would be like up here somewhere. Which that does indeed look blocked. Massive doors are sealed by ice. The pillars of priests can be seen on the...
Right there.
Oh. Can I disable that, please? That's
Do you
Hendrix.
require inquisitorial approval?
Can I... Yes, disarm this, please.
The divine watch is over
I'm
us.
an old man with insane eyes stares at you from poster wanted for idolatry. Oh wait, there was something about the wanted posters. What do we have? Modify crack grenade, and a multi-key. I'm not really using the grenades, but I'll just keep them around. And I think that's about it I can do on this planet. I killed the Drukhari where I found them. I don't have any other way forward as far as I can see. So I think I'm just gonna leave again. Should have probably frozen to death at this point already. I destroyed a refugee ship. Those probably from Santio's Pride, I assume. Wouldn't know. Can't really check. Do I want to go through the deadly route? Not really. I'm just gonna go around. No. Fuck. I mean, this is also not a great route, considering it's dangerous, but better than deadly, I guess. Cross Expanse. Entry A201 4866. 10 chronometers turns since the incident. Witness Hide on 00110101. You claim that you left the Sanctum Novus on the Lady Navigator's orders. Affirmative. This unit acted in accordance with maintenance protocol TRN 08353. Step 1. Sense the sacred mechanisms for the duration of 15 chronometer turns. Step 2. You failed to inform the bridge about the imminent jump. I want to know why. Data unavailable. The navigator ordered that she be connected to the void ship, but she did not order the preparation of the machine spirit's warp translation. Cause: a ritual that cannot be identified by this unit's capabilities. This unit received the command to enter a protocol TRN 08353 and exit the Sanctum Novus. The 30 chronometers since the incident. No, please, not fingers. I'm gonna break one for every word of a lie I hear coming from your mouth. Now talk. Please, you have to believe me. All we did was prepare the canvas and mix the navigator's colors into the paints. Then we were told to lock open the shutter so that the Lord Captain could see everything that was going on inside the Sanctum Novus from the observation chambers. And grok shit, Armagos can't see from whoopers. I swear on my soul, the Gold Throne Master First Living Navigator only wanted to paint a picture for the ritual or some such. That's all I know. She wasn't going to use the power in the eye, but I still got as far away from there as I could. That's all I saw, I'm telling you. 50 chronometer turns since the incident. We performed an emergency warp jump, barely activated the Gellerfield in time, and are now being dragged to Throne knows where by an unknown force. The Lady Navigator and the Flow Captain are still unaccounted for. Now tell me, one more time, what transpired in the Sanctum Novus? I escorted the Lord Captain to the observation chambers and yelled at the servant for leaving the shutters open, but then I was told it was on the rogue trader's orders. You could see the Lady Navigator clearly through the armor glass. She was lost in thought, staring at the canvas in front of her. She looked like she was completely unaware of the world around her. Soon the servants were ordered to leave the Sanctum Novus, and the Navigator picked up her brush. Entranced, she started dragging it across the canvas, painting one image over another, and then another one over the last, and another. And then the Lord Captain noticed it. There was a thing on the other side. The picture, covered in a layer of fresh blood, was coming to life, but the Lady Navigator was oblivious. There's when the Lord Captain called out, dashed the control panel, gave the order to shoot at the window, thus drawing Lady Cassia's attention. To my horror, she instantly shattered the armor glass, and a few bolts passed dangerously close to the Lady Navigator. Startled, Lady Cassia turned around, and then the horrors in her painting broke free. And what happened next? I barely remember a thing. There was a bright flash, a purple blur. I remember feeling so scared that my knees were shaking. I remember my legs carrying me away like I had a mind of their own. As I ran, I heard screams behind me. Lord Captain and Lady Cassia. God, Emperor, the creatures. They pulled them both inside the painting. Sir, Mistress Voxmaster, I have a report that needs to be delivered to the senior officers. The Lord Captain and Lady Navigator were lost during the emergency warp jump. Their whereabouts are still unknown. I'm sending you the interrogation reports and the recording. Into the painting. Sector no data, region no data, location no data. Material relation of the Lord Captain's personal account recorded by no data. Strictly classified. Access protocol holder, Liam Valancius. The Symphony of Celia's ritual did not go as planned. The wave of disturbance triggered by the Lady Navigator's trance washed over the Sanctum Navus. The Void Ship's machine spirits reacted to the surge of the materium and interpreted it as a call to action. Thus did the emergency jump into the unknown begin. Amid the shrieks of sirens, the clang of shutters, and the distant hum of the warp engines, some unknown will pulled the Lord Captain into the Sanctum Navus toward the creature from the living canvas that had already gripped the Lady Navigator's throat. Horrified, almost out of breath and struggling to scream, Cassie stretched her hand and began slowly sinking into her own painting. Look, Captain... Snatched the dagger from the floor and started hacking at the hands reaching from inside the painting. Yes, kill the demons. The ritual dagger of House Celio cleaved the billowing shadows, and yet the painted hand reformed itself the moment after the blade passed through it. Cassie went limp in the clutches of a horrific creation and was immediately pulled to the other side of the painting. A moment later, Liam, still clutching the dagger, was likewise plunged to the depths of the world the Lady Navigator had created. Liam awoke, finding himself in the middle of a gigantic, boundless, billowing nothingness. His body felt weightless, floating in a void strewn with hundreds of the Lady Navigator's colors. Some of them bright and warm and alluring, others morose, cold and heavy. The Lord Captain reached for the bright colors, went toward the dark colors, close to and remained adrift in weightlessness. Bright colors. Liam plunged into a river of bright hues and flashes of rosy sunset, and lilac carried him down the dazzling stream. Before long, the Lord Captain was standing in an idyllic garden permeated with the fragrance of flowers and the singing of birds. Servants in purple livery darted back and forth, attending to a withered old man in a navigator's mask. Sitting on a lap and smiling quietly to everyone was a little girl with ruby eyes and white hair. "Be a good little girl, my child, until the day we meet again." With trembling hands, the woman handed the girl to a navigator in laboratory attire. "I am out of time. Prepare the child for the Atlas transfer, and destroy all records and mentions of the world IRTV. None must learn of that which took place here, and remember, Herbamonen must grow strong for it to accept my power. And once I have returned, loyalty will be rewarded." The memory dissipated in a gust of silvery wind hurled the Lord Captain back into the ocean of nothingness. But this time the nothingness felt dismal. Instead of bright hues, all it contained was shadows of invisible monsters swinging by, shrouded by a nebulous veil of unfathomableness. The Lord Captain turned toward the dark colors. Greyish-blue waves swallowed the Lord Captain, and the feeling of lightness disappeared as his limbs grew heavy again. Liam fell on the hard floor of a laboratory cluttered with rats as tall as a human. Inside them were dozens, hundreds even of repulsive mutants. Some had no arms or no legs, or two heads or no face, or their innards turned inside out, but each had white skin, white hair, long clawed limbs, and ruby eyes. My lady, the child is born. The tall old woman slowly approached one of the vets. Readings. Stable. Mutations. None were detected at any of the stages. Genes. Identical, my lady. Chances of survival? 100 times higher than any of the previous experiments. How long will it take to grow this child? I fear accelerating processes might cause the body to fail. The only one of the years of silence. Understand the situation. Natural growth. I do not have that much time. We'll have to go with the backup plan. Yes, Novator, it will be done. The memory dissipated in a gust of silvery wind hurled the Lord Captain back into the ocean of nothingness. But this time the nothingness felt dismal. Instead of bright hues, all it contained was shadows of invisible monsters swinging by, shrouded by a nebulous veil of unfathomableness. Right, close as I remained adrift in the weightlessness. Liam stayed in the ocean of nothingness, devoid of any sensation or emotion, until an ornate ritual dagger floated before his eyes and reminded him of a world that once seemed more real than this one. Someone's scream broke the delicate equilibrium of the Lord Captain's motionless body, and the weightlessness released him. He plummeted into the maroon abyss of roiling illusions, but was now in full control of his body again. Liam descended into the abyss towards the scream. That's a visual. Is that a crown of thorns? This is definitely navigator equipment. She also has like 3 eyes. The Lord Captain crashed from an immeasurable height to the bottom of a roiling abyss. In the next moment, Liam saw 2 figures amid the billowing maroon mist. One of the figures, naturally gaunt and tall, was clutching the other, smaller one in its claws, screaming furiously. The Lord Captain peered into the strange maroon mist, drew closer to look at the figures. One step was all it took for some unknown force to notice the Lord Captain, seize him and drag him through the painting's twisted space. Lord Captain could clearly see the dark shade of the long, dead navigator leaning over Cassia. Clutching her neck in its claw fingers, she screamed, "You were given life because of me, you survived because of me, and here you are now, because I have willed it so. Bow before me, tell me what I wish to hear, and your suffering will end. Go on, child, I have waited for so long. Submit to me." Yeah, that doesn't seem very kosher. That doesn't seem very, very faithful. Cassie looked exhausted, her body covered in hundreds of thin cuts, her lips lacerated, claw marks on her cheek. Yet there was a steadfast resolve in her eyes. "I know you are who you are, Tisiphone or Celio. I know what you crave. I saw it in the visions that you sent me again and again. I won't allow you. I will never allow you to become me." Cassie's fatigued voice quivered, but she was not about to yield a spell. "Somebody tried to cheat death. I'm gonna stab her." The silvery blade whistled through the air, and Tisiphone let out a horrible howl as a skeletal figure flew upward and scattered into black ash, and with that, it was all over at last. When the navigator opened her eyes, the space around her changed. Bright colors drove the mists away, and the faintest light, somewhere very high above, reminded the rogue trader of the world he had left on the other side of the canvas. The lady navigator graced the Lord Captain with a tired smile. The abortive ritual had turned out to be a trap set for Lady Cassia by the previous novator of her house. But the rogue trader had ensured that the plan fell to ruin, and now it was time to desert to the cursed place. Cassie took the rogue trader's hand and guided him through the maroon mist and out of the painting. Unconscious bodies were discovered in the Sanctum Novus 20 Terran days of the disappearance, as soon as the rogue trader's workshop has emerged from the warp in an unknown system. Not great. Yeah, somebody tried to cheat death. Why is that a thing lately? Just trying to cheat death everywhere. Oh, that's a neat system. I like it. Nothing. Don't have extractions anyway. Oh, that reminds me. Lord Captain de Orizino's punitive unit, led by a Khalid Sioux, has arrived in Genos. The Inquisition forces have already taken control of the Governor's Palace and intend to deal with anomalies on Genos. Yes. How much did the Inquisition sniff out? The initial interrogations have set Linux Zoo on the tracks of the wretches toward the anomalous region, but her people continue to dig deeper, so to speak. Why was I not notified of their arrival at advance? I'm surprised that they have informed us of their arrival at all. It demonstrates a semblance of trust. Let the Inquisition do their job. We shall trick them, have my servants pursue the Inquisitors that there's nothing important of planet, or the expulsion of those impudent fools from like, yeah, I'm gonna let them do their job, but first, what thank you, magnificent advisors. Cooperating with the Inquisition would do us more good than trying to hide the current misfortunes of the colony. I can send them a message to keep us informed about the investigation as a favor. Yeah, let the Inquisition do their job. To serve Genos in the Von Valencia's dynasty. After Lady Xiu had set up her headquarters at the Governor's Palace, she began to investigate the situation on Genos. All those feeling guilt for the crimes for the Emperor could only stay silent and pray. During her investigation, Lady Xiu has been able to establish that the genetic changes in the organisms of the sickly creatures have been caused by the effects of mysterious substances secreted into the water by the Xeno obelisks. These substances did not contaminate the water until recently, as shown by the analysis of the Magus Biologus. The same Xeno obelisks appear to be linked by a chain of energy communications, also serving as sources of unknown radiation that seem to have caused the outbreak of contaminated growth in the currently uncontrolled sector of the planet. This also seems to be causing the appearance of the mysterious phantoms. Lady Xiu suggested that there is some sort of ancient mechanical construction located on Genos that had awakened from its slumber, and the anomalies occurring on Genos have been caused by a blasphemous machine trying to start itself. Not great. Xenos machines should generally not be on my planet's right. Shelter activated. Costs with Prometheum and provisions, Janus, or Pleasure World. Watch it from above. We love the Sunscape plus 25% dodge and parry. Enemies hit, silver minus 25 penalty to weapon skill until will this next turn. Interesting. Could be okay. That's a primitive, so it's not a power weapon. Otherwise, profit factor. Xenovivisectionist. Requires Phlogiston. Fuck, don't have that. Xenos intoxicant. A curious intoxicating substance has been discovered in Xenos ruins. Clandestine Magus alchemists' workshops will refine and distill the substance, transforming it into pure euphoria that would light the very souls of aristocrats along for new diversions. Yes, let us become drug dealers. Nargonis. Terrible news from Nargonis, Lordship. Your vigilant servants have discovered an abscess of treachery on our capital world, one that has grown far too large and could rupture at any moment. The informants report that a group known as the Foreman Clan is actually a cover for a horrendous cult of genetic degenerates who currently have their people in every echelon of the hive. They are traitors to the purity of humanity, traitors to decreed rebels and heretics. Gene stealers! Lovely! What exactly did my people find out? One tenacious clerk from the Administratum had questioned the authenticity of the reports coming from the ruins of Scipione 84249. He personally attended the debris removal and entered the lower levels of the fallen hive. There he discovered signs that proved Scipione to be infected by the gene plague. Thousands of corpses of the extra-armed degenerates had been buried in a mass grave. Heod also found the remains of Achilles Scalender's people. It seems that they had noticed the signs of corruption, traitors aiming to cover up the crimes, bury the misdeeds under the ruins of the hive. On the way back, the clerk's transport was destroyed, but he miraculously managed to survive. Now the heretics think that they have covered the tracks once more, and so they continue the plots oblivious and unprepared for attack. What is this mutant plague that has affected the capital? A horrendous distortion of the human image. It seems that they spread their poison by biting and enslaving the victims. Some of them are indistinguishable from normal humans, while others are disgustingly ugly. The heretics hide them away from prying eyes. They seem to be connected by a common unconsciousness and are absolutely loyal to the despicable cult. The astropathic Quamos of the goddess suggests the cult may be behind the extermination of the psychers on the planet. He can sense the ghost of powerful consciousness of some sort. Yes, the hive mind. The astropaths that we have forced to serve under gunners are afraid. They do not wish to become a living shield if the enemy launches another psi assault at us. I'm afraid that this line in our defense is quite fragile. The Foreman Clan is a discover for this disgusting cult. Indeed, they have probably started to recruit the workers. It is easy to blend in with the labouring riffraff. Disguising themselves as technomats, they gained the cover for the secret operations and infiltration to the upper echelons of power. Each crest allowed them to gain our trust and receive our resources. And the most despicable of all is that they have corrupted our beliefs as well. They revere the God Emperor in the image of a four-armed abomination. Their prayers are full of hatred toward those in power and promise of reckoning when the dreadful deity will come and equate them with their oppressors. With us, that is. Many fools and troublemakers have fallen for the lies. Living alone in the labor settlements of the ruined Scipione, they gained the ability to act with impunity, but at least their plague has proved weaker than others, and the hive has been minimally infected. The suppression of the manicults dealt them a harsh blow. By returning the flock to a loyal state, we have cut down the possible amount of the new recruits. What are those mutants? Heinrichs, what are those mutants? They are called gene stealers, and they are not simple mutants. They are a Xenos plague that breeds inside the human brain, forever distorting their genetic makeup and enslaving them to the brood. This is much more threatening than the Drukhari fleet that ravaged the capital earlier. If they undergo us, then they will try to overtake the entire planet sooner or later. What forces do they have at their disposal? And the heretics mostly consist of workers, but some have infiltrated the guard as well. The weapons are primarily made by repurposing industrial machinery. The cultists are fearless and will readily sacrifice them for the sake of the common goal, but the worst part is their psychic threat. We cannot even begin to gauge it. We fear that the tribes of the Engine Vandals will support them as well, partially influenced by the plague and partially lured by the promise of a good raid. Right, we have to act. Absolutely right. It is impossible to negotiate with the degenerates. Our only option is to completely annihilate them. We should start from the top. Should we attack decisively and quickly, or should we expose ourselves by bringing our heavy weapons to the capital and gain an advantage of firepower to quietly eliminate the leaders or to hit the infected territories and cleanse them of traitors? Liam, raise the people to battle and publicly proclaim war. Tell the people that the heretics are hiding among them. The millions of loyal subjects will grind the thousands of traitors to dust. May their gunners cleanse itself of filth. So the problem with killing the leaders doesn't work because it's gene stealers. Since all of them are linked by a common will, we could start by launching our attack there. If the astropathic choir could drown out the voice of the brood, we would be able to launch a sudden strike attack quickly enough before the enemy could restore cohesion and alert the forces of the assault. We should give them a taste of them. Organized collapses and system failures inside the infected sector, guaranteed to destroy them. Right. We will just toss the people at them. Genta's right, we will announce to the people that we have enemy in our midst. They should come to the aid of the enforcers. May the mutant heretics perish in the cleansing flames. 95, yeah, that's At the appointed time, the hives of Dercon shook from the thunderous tread of military machinery. An army of enforcers came to wage war on the mutant heretics. The heretics, while having some time to prepare their defenses, could not match the planetary god's weaponry. The enforcers were supported by an enraged mob led by a fanatically howling priest. The fight has quickly devolved into a bloody riot. The inhabitants of the hives readily threw their support behind the enforcers after watching them severely punish the minor cults. The lesson obedience had been learned, and the volunteers hoped to obtain some spoils from the losing side. Everything was over after one planetary cycle. The filthy shrines and the heretic sanctuaries were set ablaze, the cult's agents mercilessly exterminated, and the rest of the degenerate strength crushed amid street battles. Only one thing made the rogue trader servants feel a sense of unease. Inside the cult's main temple, they found a hatchery for some grotesquely enormous monster. It was empty. They did not find the beast. If the Emperor had been merciful to Dergonus, then the monster had perished in the fires that engulfed the hives during that cycle. Yeah, that's probably the Patriarch. The wield against lower Xenos divided by 3 critical hit chance against Xenos. Okay. Skull of Proganium and the Loyalist Garb. Has not moved during the turn, their cover efficiency increased by plus 20% for 1 round. If the wearer moves at least 3 steps, pretend to gain 20% dodge for 1 round. That sounds good. And I cannot build anything more. I cannot build either the Sorted Goods, not but I can auction. Because both of those require reputation with people I do not want to be reputable for. Heinrichs, you, I think, can take this. Melee attack damage is increased by 3 times psi rating, which is 15? 18. And increases. The wearer's allies gain deflection equal to the wearer's psi rating. When an ally suffers any damage or loses non-temporary wounds, the effect is removed from that ally. That's honestly fine. What is your Lord Xenos actually? Lord Xenos 120, so he gets plus 40% critical hit chance against Xenos. That sounds fine. That sounds good. Palace of the Atlas for Cassius quest. That is a Crone world, right? So that is definitely, if they found the Atlas here, that is definitely not very Empire of them, not very Imperium of them.
The faith guides my path to glory.
There's barely noticeable imprints of a long clawed hand on the broken cogitator screen. Climb down, not yet. That is an excavator of some sort, I guess. Can't control it. That's Aldari Sanctum is blemished by human presence. What do you mean blemished? In the pursuit of ancient secrets, the Navigators had no qualms over filling the ruins with machinery and supplies, as it should be. It should be destroyed, in fact.
I rise above hardships.
What's this? Need marksman gloves. Building against plus 15 ballistic skill. To carry equipment. Don't have anybody who can take that. The Osselian Navigators left no stone unturned until this Eldari temple. It is as if they were looking for something that they just could not find.
With each step,
They should not have.
destiny among the stars.
So the Renegades were kind of correct. Actually, not kind of, they were absolutely correct. Decayed pages. House Arcelio need not know what is taking place here. The Navigators are frightened enough by its power as it is. The last experiment left 3 from the Sethala clan without a shred of reason. Empty shells will bring no glory to the House Arcelio, its lesser branch. We shall carry on. At last we have managed to implant the artifact in subject who can wield its power. Perhaps all the Navigators who perished in the agonizing torrent of energy were merely a symptom of a decline. I'm tired of counting the dead. The weak have no place among those who have harnessed the Atlas. Their abilities have grown manifold and become significantly easy to control and more effective in resisting the ruinous influence of the warp. It is all or nothing. Today is the day when my work is completed and the Starway Atlas takes its final form. The Sethalas have already undergone the operation. All that's left is me. The Atlas that controls them all. Today I become the greatest innovator in the history of the House Arcelio, or I turn to nothing. This power is beyond compare. All it took was a whim to make the wretched Zapthalos fall dead at my feet. It is as if I have a second heart beating in my chest, subjugating any with the ability to touch it. How regrettable it is that this power only extends to those Hercenian navigators who have accepted a piece of the Atlas within themselves. From now on, all children will be gifted with one at their initiation, and there will be no one who can match our greatness. Why is everybody a heretic? It's the heart of the Navigator's camp. This is where Tisiphone Orcelius performed her experiments hundreds of years ago.
Know your duty.
Observation report on Henrix Van Kalos. The unit's professional skills make him a suitable candidate for data interrogator server skull conversion. I am proposing.
I will have to decline your generous offer, Magos. I would rather keep serving the Golden Throne with my full complement of limbs.
I need melted charges. Pages from the long history of the Eldari, yeah. Long 65 million years or something. Someone removed the data crypt from this dead machine to keep the house's secret safe and leave no information about the experiments that took place here. Eldari sword. Is it a special sword? No, it's just this chain sword. What is this? This is new. Extraordinary grace, but it grants plus 10 logic, plus 10 cohesion, plus 10 persuasion. It goes to you, I guess. Agility and fellowship should be decreased to 0 for the first time in combat. They restored to the Iron Cable, okay. The Law Imperium 65. Do you have anybody who is better than that? No. We know nothing of the Imperium. No, not the scriptures. From a demon warp damage to inflict burning to all adjacent enemies. So our Low Imperium is hot garbage. Except you're a master of priest, so you know a little bit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna return to the ship and check if I can buy demolition charges. I need some melted charges. Also, I just realized I should have Drukhari trophies for the Navy, so I can buy their stuff. Okay. Let's go to the Factotum. Hi, Factotum. Order the transportation of some goods. The Imperial Navy. I would like to give you some trophies. Which didn't even increase my reputation. God damn it, why are you so expensive? The Drukhari are worth less than the Eldari. Interesting. Oh well. Druthians. You do not have any... You don't have anything. Explorators. I cannot afford your stuff. Can we get... like... Do you have melted charges for me? Calrican gauntlets. Ooh. Not that great. Calibrate heavy stubble. No melter as far as I can see. No melted charges. Fellowship of the Void, do you have melted charges? A bayonet knife. Heh. You also don't have a melter. No, you have melters. God, I don't want to trade with them though. No. Inventory. Cargo. Cargo is V, I believe. No, that's the void ship. No, wait. It's B. Why is it B? Cargo. Do we have any melter? No. God damn it. Alright. Back down I go. So unfortunately, I cannot blast my way into whatever there was blocked off by the rockfall. Alright, I did allow the renegades to come with me, didn't I? Because apparently they in fact were correct. And Tisiphone was... What is that? Could it be the Atlas? That does not look good. Cannot be. Why here? In the middle of Xenos ruins? Examine the artifact at once. And lawless, begone, renegades! We followed the Atlas call in your wake, child. Stand with us. House of Selûne to trade Tisiphone's legacy for the false ideas of blind fools. What is happening? Everybody taken down. Literally everybody. Why do the Enforcers have the Atlas in them? I understand the Navigators, but the Enforcers? Ah, Harlequins. Stop, Xenos. Didn't you promise that you would kill the girl along with the Protectors and spare the rest? What is this? The rogue trader and the traitors to the house have lured the child into the trap set by the Xenos. I wish my eyes were deceiving. We now can see the great regent Aranto is ready to send us after your vessel. A steady built woman is armed with a pistol, and yet there are signs of exhaustion in her posture. Her face is hidden behind a gem-encrusted three-eye mask, and the elaborate Nevers nobility vestments are stained with red blood and other evidence of recent combat. An ambush, how ignoble, yet so typical of Xenos. You will stop defiling the remains of the hallowed ground of our ancestors with your semblance of speech, Monkeye. Harlequin's bright colors glimmer faintly in the dim light of the system star, and the sinister grin on his mask only adds to his menacing and aloof presence. The final act will soon unfold where you will pay for the deeds of your ancestors, as they put and wait for the puppet to pull at your strings. Why are there Xenos ruins where the palace of the Atlas should be? Why is this place coated in an impenetrable black mist? I'm suffocating. Katja clutches her breastplate into her atlases, her voice feeble and trembling. Three-eyed Monkeye who sees into Shale, the taint of your ancestors, have begun to consume your body and soul. Pathetic fools with an insatiable lust for power that is not yours. Ending your misery will be merciful. Taint? Do you mean the Atlas? Xenos traitor? Silence, traitor. The Atlas is a sacred relic of House of Selûne. It is what elevates us above the rest. How dare you? The Regent's envoy abruptly loses her breath to the ground, and she clutches her chest where her Atlas is implanted. I refuse to accept this. Impossible. Why shouldn't I simply kill you all where you stand? What is this place? Your primitive language has no words to convey the true nature of this place, but I will venture to try. Some call it a world beneath the first stars. Others know it as a crown world or an unblighted world. It was our ancestors' home before we became prey to she who thirsts. What is this taint you speak of? Why do I talk with him? Why shouldn't I kill all of you where you stand? The Harlequin mask laughs in your face. You will have your cue yet, Monkeye. Have patience. The denouement isn't that. What is denouement? What does the word mean? What is this taint you speak of? Xenos. What does denouement mean? Sorry, I just want to check that for a second. What does denouement? Denouement. The final part of a plain film or narrative in which the strands of the plot drawn together and matters are explained or resolved. Okay. Do you not see it? When you the Harlequin's voice booms throughout the ruined temple. When you Monkeye discovered this crown world, you tainted it with your crude technology, despoiled it of its relics, ruined all there was to the last stone. But worst of all, you sullied the souls of our ancestors reposed in the sacred vessel, the spirit monolith. Did you implant the navigators with spirit stones? He points his thin finger at the remarkable crystal floating behind his back, and the Harlequins around you tighten the grips on their weapons. like a sea of bottomless blue. Cassia looks around her with a stunned expression, her gaze shifting from one Xenos to another. I did not know that living things could exude such saturated hues. I wish I could paint this ocean a different color. Examine the hovering crystal. This enormous translucent stone shares a strange resonance with this place. You can sense the energy emanating from it. Mysterious, restless, calculated. It resembles a giant heart that has been plucked out of its owner's chest. Its crystal clarity is pierced by hundreds of dark veins that have taken a root within it like a terrible illness. How did the navigators of House Ocelio taint the spirit monolith? The experiments. This is where she conducted her experiments. Tisiphone. No, it's not possible. The consort with Xenos is to violate the word of the God Emperor. It is known to all that Tisiphone Ocelio executed anyone who showed any interest in the enemies of humanity. Is that so? Then why is that every piece of metal or fabric in this place bears our house of coat of arms? Open your eyes. Quiet. The Harlequin's tone is mild, but it is not a request. I am unsurprised that the truth is hidden from your gaze as three-eyed monkey who see into shale. I realized at the moment I met first of you, wretched, begging us to hope you destroy your own kin. I sensed it within you, your ancestor's call, the plea, the endless torment. I knew that what you found was a Kronwell, and I humbly waited for the day you would lead me to it. Address Cassia, what experiments did Tisiphone conduct here? I cannot say where this memory sprang from. Perhaps I saw visions of Tisiphone in my dreams, and yet I have seen all this so clearly. There was such power locked within this stone, such opportunities. It would make our navigator's abilities several times stronger. No, it would magnify them by a factor of dozens. But the price was too high. After mere hours of use, this stone would always burn the minds of its hosts. That is why Tisiphone broke the monolith into many shards, which are far easier for a human will to control. No, your ancestors went further than that. They placed the shards of the spirit monolith inside their bodies to empower their abilities. I never wish to learn such hard truths about my own house. Cassia buries her face in her hands, and you feel waves of despair spraying from her lithe frame, which suddenly appears as fragile as glass. There is no shame in using Xenos powers for the good of the Imperium. There is absolute shame. Neither Theodore, Robert Melances nor Tisiphone was infallible, but that doesn't mean we are powerless to rectify the errors of our ancestors. You say that only because you wish to soothe me. The renegade navigator stares at Cassie in shock. You are more than just a tyrant's heir. You are a successor to a mad heretic, a betrayer of the faith. You must be destroyed, you and the Atlas, once and for all. You think the solution is so easy, don't you, Monkai? When you die, your souls become captives inside the spirit monolith. This process is deranging to our ancestors who have served as the monolith's guardians for aeons. It is equally agonizing to the souls of your dead, and the more Monkai souls the monolith absorbs, the more volatile it becomes. The Eldari and the Monkai have spent many dance battling for supremacy within the monolith, and its integrity is waning. You sense it too. Ah, that's a demon coming. The only way to free our ancestors from the pain is to separate the Monkai taint from the spirit monolith. My troop is here to perform just that. We all will play our parts today, and when the final act of this age-long tragedy begins, the Monkai players will exit this world stage. Sinister shadows dance on the Harlequin's mask as he draws an unknown device from his sleeve. Right, what do we have? The Atlas must certainly be destroyed, but surely the entire house cannot be expected to serve penance for Tisiphone's crime. There's no way whatsoever to separate navigator's souls from those of the Eldari without killing one or the other. What do you say to Xena's assertion? Cassie is the inheritor of the one who burned the spirit monolith to navigator's bodies. Listen to whatever she has to say. She is not the woman her predecessor was. House Ocelio can now hope to redeem themselves before the God Emperor serve you justice in this. We're not standing here and let them duplicitously slaughter navigators of Imperium. Absolutely. Wait. Cassie's appeals address both to you and the Eldari surrounding. I cannot change the past, it is true, nor can I change the fact that my house is forever tainted with this grain spawn of Tisiphone Ocelio's hubris. Yet all of us here today have the power to change the future and halt the unending suffering that is drowning both your kin and mine. You suggested the Monkai and the Eldari change their future together. I must admit, my leading lady, I'm confounded by your audacity. Go on, that's not going to happen. My Atlas. If you can free the phantoms of my house from the spirit monolith, guide them to enter my Atlas. Their experience and wisdom will help steer House Ocelio onto the path of truth, and allow future generations to avoid the calamitous pitfalls of their forebears. Kay Morag, my leading lady, the shards of the monolith are lodged inside the chest of every Monkai bound to you by ties of blood. How exactly do you intend to return them? I shall use the Atlas to sever my subject's connection to the spirit monolith, and then I shall extract a shard from every navigator of House Celio. This artifact is implanted at birth, but that does not mean that the ritual cannot be reversed. I witnessed its creation through Tissaphane's eyes in my visions. I lived it over and over again, and through the memories of the Sethal clan. I can recreate the ritual that return the souls of your kin to you and save my people's lives. Let us deal with the Atlas issue after we have destroyed the Xenos. Yet another aggressive monkey specimen. The Eldari souls nourished House Celio with their strength for nearly 3 centuries. I want to do this right. No more blood need to be shed. Will not let the God Empress... yeah, sure. Are you really capable of this? Confident in my abilities. More so than ever right now. Unfortunately, the Xenos need to die. Will not let the God Emperor's servants be sullied by this heresy further. Then it is time for the closing scene, Monkai. Dance like never before. The Harlequin bows theatrically as he presses and holds a button on the strange device in his hands. Cassie clutches the breastplate and stifles a cry of pain. How can you control my Atlas, Xenos? You decide not to make use of the chance that could inhabit us. Yeah. Yours came right at the start of a place even more brazen than I thought. Begin your last dance, three-eyed one. Right. Unfortunately, the Harlequins are generally kinda strong. So this could be very difficult. I'm definitely gonna have to get me some good cover. We have enemies over there and there. Abelard is gonna stand here. You will have to take care of this area. There are enemies over here as well, which I hope Argenta can deal with. And then Cassia is going here. This could be difficult. Frontline. I don't think that's where I placed that, but sure. Okay. I kind of think that we are standing close enough together that I can just buff everyone with Heinrichs. I hope it is the case. Give you toughness and willpower. And then give you an extra turn.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
So you can yell at them. They have melee weapons. Flickering Dance and the Troop Master, so this guy have a parry, and then you can also just sing a song. I could use the high momentum immediately, and it doesn't. I don't think that's too bad an idea.
I am a navigator, not a serf.
Held in my gaze, and then I think here just use the turn.
In the name of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
Taunt him again. Flickering Dance. So you, I think, now also have the debuff? Yes. Oh, alright, his abilities cost no points, because it's the extra turn. Here. And then, these guys have a lot of dodge if I'm not mistaken. 100%. But thankfully I can just ignore that. I think I'm gonna start here with this guy. Right. Right, energy strike. Destroy effect applied by minus 11%. Right, he dodged. Hit roll for or dodge. Guaranteed. Did you have a guaranteed dodge? Choreographer of War. Again, 30% dodge and always dodge the first attack per round while the Troop Master's alive. Okay, so the Troop Master needs to die. The Troop Master is disturbed. Inflicts a -10 penalty to Then command the general of combat master choreographer of war. Final joke. When his creatures kill all Holocrons, lose their holofields but receive an additional attack per round. Okay, I think I'm just gonna... That's bad. Oh well. Now I can hit you and you don't get... Also, yeah, what do you get? You can strike back after a dodge. Marked for purge. Healing beacon, a percent of slaughter, 2 use of the playgoer. 6 melee attack against the target increases damage from all ranged attacks dealt by target by +5. Wait, but he wasn't successful. He didn't hit me. Oh well. And again. And then we can charge him. You can move the front line.
Me?
Because again, this guy needs to die.
Lord Captain?
And then you can buff yourself. And I think that's all you can do. Parry. Cannot strike back. The single shot dealt a lot of damage, holy shit.
I dance upon the winds of war. The performance goes
He fell!
Meet the Rillians.
Yeah, so the parry strike back does not work.
The riddle unsolved.
We will pull out the bolter.
Doubt is for the weak.
And use everything we can. And a confident
Emperor
approach.
commands, I act.
And then just shoot in this direction.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Holy shit. That's not great.
With sublime
Need your aegis.
I dance upon the winds of war.
Yeah, that ain't great. Absolutely ain't great. Okay, Agenta's down.
The performance goes on. Meet the Rillians.
Alright, Heinrich, so we're gonna need a heal here, buff here. I think Liam's fine.
Let's see to it.
Buff armor. Buff your buff Abelard strength.
Lord Captain.
Heal Abelard. Then
I won't
endure.
object to it.
Can I debuff you guys? Yes. Can you dodge this attack?
Let's see to it.
28 to 176 damage. The damage disparity there is insane. You go heal yourself. Still have an action over, but can't really do anything.
We are the enigma, the riddle unsolved. Everything with unshakable faith.
Alright, Pascal. I think somebody needs to deal with these guys. Unfortunately, I don't think you can. Mark 1. Mark 2. Mark 3. The simple fact that I can, in any way, shape or form, even stand up to an attack from Harlequins is kind of insane already. Kind of feels like he dodged. He has no guarantee dodged for second hit. Wonderful, wonderful hit there. And analyze enemies on you. And then we can raid. Abelard, you first of all stab him, which will, even though he is prone, will miss. Then opening. Forceful strike.
It will be done.
Poised to strike. And have the killing edge. Fucking hell, you missed. %72% chance, and he missed.
Do my duty.
Oh well. Alright, Pascal is dead, I guess. Nope, he dodged.
Dance upon the winds of war.
Thankfully, the stone players do not deal all that much damage to Athela. Reckless Strike. Definitely mark him as a sworn enemy for the extra damage. Endure. Have some deflection. 222 damage. Lovely stuff. Then I can just taunt him again, I guess. And I think have a heal on yourself. Remove traumas. This removes bleeding, burning, toxin, etc. That deals a lot of damage.
Meet the Rilliatans. We are the enigma, the riddle unsolved.
Yeah, he cannot strike back after the parry. Holy shit.
With sublime purpose.
I'm pretty sure that as soon as I kill the Troop Master, Liam will be able to just solo that entire troop. Like, without an issue. But until then, we have an issue.
An interlude.
You, give yourself more willpower. Oh, you can't buff yourself for that.
I'm not
In that case,
accustomed
buff
to being
Abelard.
ordered around.
Then buff Athela.
If I may,
And can you give him an extra turn? Yes. So that guy is nearly dead.
I will not be deterred.
And you can just heal yourself again. Extra... The target is too far. Damn it.
that is foolish.
It's fine then. Strike. What
The performance
gun do you have?
meets the Rilliatan.
Neurodisruptor.
The riddle unsolved.
3046, 150% armor penetration. Okay.
With sublime purpose.
Combat Master, Children of a Syrian Choreographer of War.
I dance upon the winds of war.
Yeah, the guaranteed dodge is too much of a problem, so I'd rather have the double attack. Because apparently they're not hitting anything anyway.
Goes on. Scars adorn our bodies.
You can go here. And 69... Right, this doesn't hit anyway, so whatever. But it's for the... I just use it for the bonus. So this hits 2 at most. I think Pascal is maybe more important. Give yourself strength. And then endure.
Meets the Rilliatan. We are the enigma, the riddle unsolved.
How are they failing? How are they failing their... How are the Harlequins failing their agility test? Shouldn't you be extremely good at that? Why do you only have 28? Minus 38 from enfeeble. Okay, yeah, that kind of explains that.
My competences are not that universal.
Target is too far. I know for a fact, by the way, that you can use it with ranged weapons. For some reason, he just doesn't want to do it. I think I'd rather actually just slice you. For the direct damage. And then we're gonna move over here.
With sublime
They're kinda not that they feel a lot weaker than I think they should feel.
We prove our devotion. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us.
Okay, Troop Master is dead. That should mean that they
Speak louder than words.
do not get the guaranteed dodge. Which now we can just look at them.
Navigator, not a servitor. Me?
Heinrichs, get an extra turn.
Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
So you can... I think actually just like Emperor's Wrath. Oh, you have your bonus now. I wonder, can I give you another Psyker Staff with a different ability? Yeah, activate that. Get your second attack. Just hit him with a mace.
If I may. Do not dare ask.
Yeah, I kind of feel like they are completely immune to attacks of opportunity. No, they aren't. Did you just deal 119 damage with a stick? Excuse me, what?
We are the enigma, the riddle unsolved. With sublime purpose. I dance upon the wings of war. Our bodies.
Yeah, just like kill him.
I won't object to it. Let's see to it.
Why does the stick deal so much damage? What? Dodge, parry, critical hit. It's a crit. 20, yeah, because it's below 100. Defender's weapon skill minus 82%. Features and weapon equipment modifier. Sanctified Slayer, Scourge of Rebus 6. Frequency of Faith. Wisdom extracted. Tainted Phylactery. Oh right, because of Tainted Phylactery you always crit against them. Steady Superiority, upgrade 2, then... Your damage. Base, 16 to 21. Plus Hand of Offense, 21. Plus Eternal Glory, plus 1. Critical damage, plus 21, is 59. Damage modifier is plus 60. Plus 110 from Strength. Okay, plus 25. Okay, okay, yeah, I see. What?
But of course,
Just a jest.
Still honestly feels weird that he deals that much damage.
Let the cycle be discontinued.
You did nothing. Oh, you hit him.
Suffering deepens the art.
The fact that they have not hit basically once is amazing to me. And now we can also attack of opportunity them, apparently.
Explorers know one route.
Low momentum, that will change in a second.
Your life is a negligible variable.
Smiles upon me.
About what I expected.
Scars adorn our
Poised to strike. And yeah, mark him as enemy. How much dodge do you have? 212%. Okay. I'm no longer surprised that they don't hit anything.
follows.
And so
You're just gonna die soon anyway, so charge him. Parry stance, and your deflection. You may try to hide, but you cannot.
Just a jest.
If only that were possible. That is foolishness.
Are you overexerted? Voice of command permanent. Oh. Sure.
I am a
Oh right, the heroic act does that. It's fine.
Do not dare
Everybody's out of range. Hate that. Hate that.
We are the Enigma, with sublime purpose.
They hit their own guys more than me. Love to see it.
Dance upon the
Abelard just has so much dodge. 242% dodge. Okay. It's fine, I guess. Can unfortunately not get all of them into target.
deepens the art.
You have 7 versatility stacks. Oh, this doesn't even...
I won't object to it.
Merely an interlude.
So this count as a separate, as a single target ranged
Let's
attack
see to it.
for versatility. I should keep that in mind.
Scars adorn our bodies.
How much dodge does Pascal have?
The performance goes on.
Auto dodge. Oh, you have an auto dodge, right? You dodge the first attack.
Corrupted mind.
I think you can just go here and shoot a man. I always forget that I have to activate that. I wish I could just put that on autocast for the first attack. Holy shit, did you just kill 3 guys? And then shoot at another one twice? Get the mark. Place to strike.
At your beck and call.
Then how much? 22% hit chance. Is that worth it? Yeah, whatever. I kind of expected that. Stab him. Wonderful. Do I dispatch you?
We'll
Yeah,
rule the
whatever.
stars themselves.
Gotta have to use it at some point. There is still one enemy over here that we can slap.
Suffering deepens the art.
And look up.
An interlude.
Did not attack of opportunity back on that one. Though I'm not sure if I added the... if I used the parry stance, so...
Meets the
Maybe correctly. Heinrichs.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
1. And 2.
I won't object to it.
Not really all that much more necessary, I think. If I shoot him, he should shoot this guy. Which kills him, and then he shoots that one down. Okay, I do love the attack on kill. That is amazing. Trader, how dare you? All this time you guided me, you taught me by example that I have to learn to make difficult decisions on my own. Yet today you intervened in my conversation with the Eldari and put them all to death. That was dishonorable of you. Xenos are not allowed to live. Lady Ursalia, rogue trader, praise be to the god Emperor. You have saved the Atlas from the detestable Xenos. We must inform the great regent of all this at once. The enemy has regained consciousness and Cassie's attention shifts to her. No, the Xenos threat may have been eliminated, but the Atlas is still the fruit of Tisiphony's heretical experiments, correct? As long as it survives, House Acelia will remain a prisoner to its own miserable state and continue to suffer from its Novatus tyranny. Your bickering ends now. I can see the truth behind your every word. One's exclamation is woven from gold and silver, but one good look between the threads reveals a green venom and deep red thirst. The other is using a scarlet veil of hatred to conceal an ocean of purple and amber powdered with ashes. I no longer wish to hear from either of you. Today, your Novator herself will decide the House of Ocelio. Like any heresy, it must be destroyed, as in the Atlas will weaken House Ocelio and turn the Imperium. Is it possible to perform the ritual to cleanse the Atlas without the Xenos help? I witnessed the Atlas creation through Tisiphony's eyes. I watched it happen through the memories of the Sethala clan. I can create a ritual that will sever a connection to the Eldari artifact. I can move the house's ancestors to my atlas, the only one that the Osiris will keep, so it may serve future novators. The ancient wisdom within the atlas will help steer House Celio onto the path of truth, and allow future generations to avoid the calamitous pitfalls of the past. The atlas is a heretical artifact of a mad woman's creation. Wouldn't it be better to get rid of it? Despite all her flaws, Tisiphone was a great navigator who served the Imperium faithfully for many years, and so has House Celio. I shall make up for him his deeds and rid the bodies of my subjects of Xeno heresy, and only the Novator's Atlas will be left to remind us signs of the price we had to pay. You think you can restrain the entire might of the Atlas on your own, child? Hold it in your own two hands? No, I don't think so. Even the strongest of us Celio navigators could not have shouldered such a burden. Worse still, even Tisiphone herself couldn't have. Don't smite her. The Atlas must be destroyed, all of it, for good, even if it means we have to pay for the ancestors' souls that are trapped within. I won't let the Atlas be destroyed, even if it is the child's wish. Lady Ursula, you're too young, inexperienced. You simply cannot comprehend. You address the future narrator of House Celio, one who survived the massacre of Yurok V, who has lived following an attempt on life at the Palace of Dragonos, who has restored her house stability in what scant time she has been free, while you, all of you, have spent years destroying it from within. You address one who has passed through the tempest of the Sea of Souls into a true Atlas as a rogue trader's ally. Yet still you call me unworthy, don't you, young and inexperienced? Kneel before me and I shall forgive you for your insult. Finally! House Celio was always loyal to Novator Tisiphone. Henceforth, it will be loyal to her successor, even if you see fit to lead us down a different path, my lady. Navigator's voice tremors with reverence. She basically just brainwashed him. I never expected to hear such words from the mouth of the cursed child. Child, no. Lady Cassia, if such is your decision, House Celio will follow you. The time has come for us to do away with the dark pages of our house's history. Yeah, she just brainwashed him. Peer inward, heed the ancestors' call through the Atlas as I do. Look through my eyes upon all that I have seen. Let me strengthen together, we shall deliver House Celio from its plates. I still think the Xeno artifact should be destroyed, but whatever. It is not my artifact to destroy, I guess. Utterly drained, Cassie admires the result of her efforts. The flashes of scarlet and the poisonous black are gone. Now there is only an azure summer sky. The Xena spirits are at rest, and as for my ancestors, it is so odd to feel the warmth in my chest. They no longer intrude upon my thoughts and no longer hide in the shadows like ghosts. And yet they answer my call as soon as I close my eyes and reach out to their wisdom. Forgive me, this journey has taken a heavy toll on me. Let us continue our conversation aboard the ship once I have had a chance to recuperate in my chambers. Take Cassie to the ship. First off, can I... Mizo Padana's gun, yeah, that's from the... So I cannot take the Harlequin's Kiss, unfortunately. I can take the Neurodisruptor, which... that did a lot of damage. Bolters, no. Scoopmaster, I still don't have melted charges to blow up whatever is down there, but nah, whatever. What do we have here? Little piece of an altar that the ancient Lari used for some long-forgotten ritual. Knowing the ancient Lari, probably not a great ritual. Probably not one you would be part of. You would want to be part of. Depending on how ancient they mean with ancient. We still have our combat zones. I feel like one thing I notice is that the game apparently kind of degrades the longer you play it in a sitting. Because there are some bugs that just show up after a while. Right, return here. High profit factor gain. One of the macro cannon clans has sounded the alarm. The base and ventilation systems have brought in the masses of some terrible disease that is killing dozens by the minute. Even more horrifying, the dead are rising to their feet and attacking the living, while some of the corpses are losing their human forms altogether, turning into unspeakable wolf beasts. It would be suicide for the troops to storm the bay, and we feel as our captain and his retinue can stop this plight. Sure. Deal with demons. I assume... No go. Right. We have dealt with Harlequins. Are we gonna fight Custodians next? I would love to fight a Bloodthirster. Though to be fair, that should absolutely obliterate me in melee. Yeah, that's Poxwalkers. We have a turret? Yo, that's a multi-turret. The Plague Bearers, Poxwalkers. Okay. Just stand in the way. Pascal can be up. Yeah, just have a shooting gallery up there, I guess. And an alert, and Liam can go down. You should probably be on the other side. Look upon them in disdain. I can't. God damn it. Look upon them in disdain. Alright. I'm not sure. Honestly, I should have probably never really cleansed those warp roots. I should have maybe just gone with it and fight demons. Whenever I play the my heretical playthrough, I'm probably just never gonna cleanse anything. Mark this Plague Bearer. 189 health. That should actually not be too difficult. And then we will backstab him with a melter. We missed. Unfortunate, but happens. Pascal, can you fire upon them? Yes. This is literally just a firing position, isn't it? Yeah. What level are you even? Level 3 as the highest, so... I'm not too impressed. Alright, perfect position. And shoot this guy. Unfortunately, we didn't crit him. So we don't get an extra attack. But we did crit him. We didn't get an extra attack either way though. Why are you moving out? You have a gun. Shoot. You have range to use. Heinrichs, you can, I think, just blast them. Lovely. And... don't I have momentum anymore? Apparently I don't. Right. Charge and hit him with your stick. Attack again.
But of course.
Some more Poxwalkers and Plague Bearers. But I think we should be completely fine here. Oh, apparently I'm not allowed to buff my allies. That's kind of sad.
Let's see to it. For the throne's glory.
I want to shoot in there with the flamethrowers. I need a Genta's turn. The flamethrower will come. The flamethrower will be so good. I hope.
I'll do it.
Concentrated fire and have a run and gun.
As the Emperor commands,
I want to hit as many as I possibly can. That sounds about right.
battlefield in righteous fury.
Lovely. Amazing. Get an extra shot from killing somebody. Can shoot again. Not exactly sure as to why.
I'll do it.
Then I feel you can just charge. Yeah, it kind of feels like the difficulty dropped drastically, and I'm not sure why. Oh, we can sing a song. And then you can attack again. So I think that's probably all 3 waves. That was an insane amount of enemies for the fact that none of them did anything. I mean, yeah, it's just Plague Undead. And the Plague Walkers are gone. Right. Cleansed a little bit of corruption, as we should. And where's the exit? The exit is over there. The doors all look the same. I like to see that there are some enforcers just around fighting. I like to see that we had a gun turret in place. Though it didn't actually do anything, interestingly. Alright. Go back here. Then another septum. Let me check colonies. The Xenos Intoxicant has been finished. Can we build anything else? The Secret Lair. One of the projects has been completed. First Fortress Monster Service Xeno Defense. The Secret Lodge of Xeno Specialists will decipher the written records left by the ancient Xenos that once inhabited Janus. You mean the Eldari? And then I'm gonna make you down to dangerous. And then we go there. To the Emperor's Palm. The Medicaid teams from the lower decks reported the appearance of a dense purple fog that causes people to develop mutant deformities, short tentacles roughly the length of a pinky finger. Since the deformities do not interfere with the crew's performance, the Medicaid are not certain whether this phenomenon should be cause of concern, but the riffraff are already whispering of heresy. Exterminate them. Organize prayers and sacred rituals to banish the fog, that sounds right. Led by the preachers of the ecclesiarchy, the voidsmen gathered for a mass prayers. The priests chanted holy verses to banish the corruption. Some of the most severely infested crew members failed to endure the celebration of the God Emperor's glory and perished before the vessel could leave the Materium. Siege of Euphrates 2. Chart your routes. Any other systems I can find down here? Frozen Prince. Oh. I do like some of the system names. Emperor's Palm and Frozen Prince sounds amazing. That looks like Eldari. I will destroy them nonetheless. You're facing several Eldari scout ships. The Xenos are in a hurry to attack, and time seems to have slowed down. Removing carnage will ensue. Threaten the Eldari with savage price of Udenu Lottery Pass. Pay off the Xenos. Flee from looming battle. Attack fire torpedo at the... I don't have any torpedoes, huh? You do not negotiate with Xenos. We do not, in fact, negotiate with Xenos. What do we have? You are the thing that produces additional ships. If you produce the little hunter ships, if I'm not mistaken. So I would like to kill you before you can do so. Wonderful. Went exactly as planned. And then we just go front to the full. It kind of feels like I did too many side quests. Especially since some of the side quests were kind of hard. So it really feels like I wasn't supposed to. And instead just focus on main quest for a little bit. Which I didn't. We will shoot you.
Unleash a barrage of destruction.
Then we do so again. Unfortunately, that doesn't quite work. But we can take the new heading.
Helmsman, navigate us to the
I'm an idiot.
coordinates.
Needed to do that first.
Bring doom to our enemies.
Right, torpedoes out.
Lock on and launch.
They're just gonna blow up the sword class frigate here. Holy shit, they're still alive. Multi torpedoes on their way. Do we do not reach.
We have a
Oh, I completely forgot we have that. I don't think it's worth it.
breach in our enemy's defenses.
And now we can just blow them up. Right, so the torpedoes won't do anything. And then next turn we win. Unless
Duty and
Yeah.
vigilance always prevail.
I do need to use the boarding team, but probably on a bigger enemy. That's the Cognizance Fleet Attack Squadron. I assume the Space Wolves are also hanging around there somewhere. Plus heal. Celestial body holds zero interest as an object of study. We can continue on. Asteroid. More plus steel. I need Phlogiston. I don't find Phlogiston anywhere. Right, chat with the Tech Priest. Lord Captain, the United Corps of the Explorators and the militia forces is ready to attack the heretics that took over Euphrates II. The commanders recognize the Lord Inquisitor's sanction and agree to cede the right of supreme command to you. They ask that you summon a council of war in order to establish a plan of attack. How should we respond? Yes, summon them to the bridge and hold a council. Consider done, your lordship. I will notify the commanders that you are ready to meet with them. Next week's gonna be interesting. I hope we've been invited to the West Council meeting again, and this time I hope I'm back before 7 p.m. Because holy shit, that sucks. Because the trains are stupid. And the delays they have. That's a big man. I like the difference. How the Tech Priest just takes a lot longer, and the Space Marine just stands inside a priest. Opticon 22, we know you. The leader of the Explorator warriors appears on the bridge, and the deck trembles beneath his metal gate. He has acquired a new set of fearsome armor since the two of you last met, and his mechadendroids are now fitted with more formidable weapons of destruction. Unit Opticon 22 initiate an identification official greeting procedure, unlocking the option of strategic data exchange. Thobold Ironhide, the Emperor's angel who follows in his wake, is clad in armor and the color of a tempestuous ocean. You hear his voice, throaty and brimming with untamed boldness and strength. Which honor you ask us as Liam from Valancius? I'm Thobold Ironhide, and I wish to see the mortal who has been granted the honor of leading my pack into battle. Yes, you're looking at him, Thobold Ironhide. Thobold takes the measure of you and nods in satisfaction. I know the habits of a warrior when I see one. You're no indolent Hyok. Good, I give my approval. We'll hunt the baseborn heretics together. Opticon 22, how did you go from overseeing logistics to commanding armies? This command promotion, hierarchy status update, was executed following the decommissioning the construction of the ship Teeth of the Wrathgear. The fleet's war conclave was operating aboard that vessel. Unit Opticon 22 received premature rank promotion modernization to Magus Dominos based on his extensive catalogue of recorded combat engagements. May your service benefit from the updated protocols that were bestowed upon you and the new analytical data that was entrusted to your elucidation. May the Omnissiah guide operate this unit in his cause mission algorithm of service to him. Let us commence this war council. What good is another war council with a cock priest who knows not the joys of battle, who cut off his perks and replaced them with augments to please his all-knowing master? He will propose again a cowardly plan unworthy of warriors, as is the custom of his brethren. Registering a display of impertinence, data insufficiency in regard to the military craft eradication methods of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Unfortunately, we cannot simply exterminatus the planet. Aye, having another fight, gentlemen. How predictable. A woman in heavy armor walks onto the bridge, cloaked in air of superiority. You remember seeing her before, in the retinue of Xavier Calcazar when he burst into your chambers after your Magnae Sessio. Thank you for not starting without me. Acolyte Ishara, dispatched by the Lord Inquisitor to facilitate the operation on Euphrates II. My role on this war council is that of an advisor. Heinrichs and Ishara exchange glances, but do not say a word. You cannot help but notice the furrow that forms on the interrogator's forehead at the sight of his colleague. So, shall we begin our war council, or shall we wait for heretics to corrupt this planet completely? Right, why are you here? The Lord Inquisitor entrusted me with the task of forging an alliance between the assembled fleet and the forces of the Cognizance fleet. Once this task is complete, I am to act as an observer and a special operative. And what are your responsibilities as a special operative? I am afraid the Lord Inquisitor did not give me the authority to elaborate on this matter. Is she an assassin? There is no surprise in my heart. The Inquisition is, as always, too ashamed of its dark deeds to reveal them to honorable fighters. What makes the shelf spitting on the floor? I wonder, is this game set before the... what was it called? Where the Grey Knights fought with the Space Wolves? Because the Space Wolves didn't want to eradicate the entire human population of a planet after demon invasion. There will be no spitting about my ship. To make myself whatever, just spit. Why did Calcasas choose you? I happen to have some experience with large-scale bloodshed, Rogue Trader. That, and I never fail to deliver the results. What troops can you spare to reinforce our army? The militia forces have already been transferred to Opticon 22. All I have left under my command is a tactical unit explicitly instructed to carry out the Lord Inquisitor's special assignment, Assassins. I'll see. Now let's move on to discussing how we intend to kill the heretics. Right, what is the full report on the situation at the front? Euphrates II is a forge world. Manufactorums and extract gems take up most of its surface. Upon corrupting them, disrupting the production algorithm, the heretics enhance their ranks with possessed mechanisms and false defective traitors, Skitari, whose protocols were disfigured with indoctrinating scrap code. Our forces have secured minor footholds on the surface, but are unable to deliver an effective blow to the headquarters operations center of the Profanus in the Machine Cathedral at the heart of Manufactorum Sigma S13. According to the available data, it is the current location of the arch-heretic termination target, the Dark Apostle Eurolon the Cruel. We may outnumber the enemy, but ours is a poor warband. All it has is steel carrels of the Omnissiah and scantily trained serfs from across the expanse. Our foe is detestable, but nevertheless deadly putrid-hearted traitors from the ranks of the Word-bearers, and their vessels protect the Machine Cathedral from orbit. Right. Why have you still not commenced the planetary assault? There is a conflict, critical error, categorical lack of understanding of the imperatives of this operation within our chain of command. Unit Thobut Ironhide is in favor of the strategy of mass destruction, which would constitute an acceptable violation of the rank of operation. Every square meter of the manufactorums is sacred, of high productivity value. Which is why the cock priest is so intent on hindering and sabotaging our assault by refusing his forces and landing Drekkers. But Thobut Ironhide won't fight on the terms of priests. Where battle plan is ejected, the Omnissiah servants can retake the planet themselves. Maybe they think their lives mean nothing compared to the precious cathedrals, but a wolf knows what his life is worth. After continuing, I must say my curiosity is piqued. The explorator is hiding something on the planet, something he refused to show to anyone and allowed to destroy. What is it? The Tech Priest's vox creaks stubbornly. Request denied. The Omniscience of Mysteries procedures conducted on Euphrates II are to remain undisclosed according to the protocol thou of preservation of the hallowed from the profane. This is why in Fenris we have the priests follow warriors, not the other way around. The priests don't think about the battle ahead, only the tenets and taboos. But a wolf must think only of battle and his enemy's death, not about preserving cathedrals or counting the trophies that await him. Okay, Opticon 22, what do you propose our plan should be? When strategic analysis points toward a full-scale offensive as the optimal course of action, the losses among the troops, insignificant personnel laity, will be numerous but will not exceed acceptable parameters. Replenishing such losses will be less arduous than repairing the damage that may otherwise come to the manufactorums. Gorbert, what would you do if you were in command of this operation? I would rain down vengeful skies upon the enemy. I would plough the land of Euphrates II with shells, shatter their fences, level the fortified towers, throw their host into disarray, and in a whirlwind of fury I would lead my glorious pack to pave a path of blood for the cock-curs. I've heard your opinions on this. Choose your strategy wisely. It is not every day you get to heed the advice of a seasoned warrior, when chosen by the All-Father himself to bring death to the foes of humanity. You do not get along too well, do you? You read arts like that inscribed with runes. 'Tis true, my brothers, and I grow tired of this cock-priest and his naysaying. For whatever reason he thinks himself our lord. I concur with this statement, given that the military action, Sacred Purgative Crusade, eradication procedure is taking place on a world devoted to the machine god. Unit Opticon 22 insists on his privileged status in the matter of strategy selection. Honestly, the thing is that the machines have been desecrated, so they have to be purged anyway, no? Though build is the right. However destructive the assault might end up in being, it will be nothing compared to the damage that every moment of hesitation does to the planet. Logic tests succeed analyzing. This statement is true. The consequences of the heretical corruption, disruption of the procedural cycle are nearing critical levels. In order to prevent them from passing those levels, Unit Opticon 22 is prepared to nullify certain protocols related to preservation of sacred relics, high-priority production facilities. I've heard enough protocols for only Rain and Imperial Priest was still time, or this battle will be an disgraceful defeat. Alright, I shall now present you to you the plan of our assault on Euphrates II. The first step is obvious. We eliminate the machine cathedral's orbital support, but what planetary assault strategy will you choose following the destruction of the enemy Void Fleet? Raise every sacred facility and chapel that our enemies could use as cover. No, we will do a middle thing. We will begin by bombarding enemy's positions, then advance cautiously. We must conserve our troops. Your plan bores me. This is not the spaceless way of war, but such cowardly strategies are the limit of the undersized cock-curls, so you have my approval. Love it. Siege. Do we have a orbital battle first? No. Still gonna repair. Begin scan. Do I do this today? I kinda don't think so. Not explore orbital battle. The Rogue Trader's ship took its place at the center of the attack formation. The right flank was guarded by the sacred combat vessels of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and the left consisted of the combined forces guarded by the Lord Inquisitor, headed by a frigate of the indomitable Space Wolves. The enemy deployed the ships in a wide arc in an attempt to surround the squadron, but the Heretic's plan was not meant to be. Thorvald and Opticon 22 sent the detachments forward, tying up the enemy in combat and presenting the Lord Captain with a chance to deliver a blow to the very heart of the enemy position, where the flagships of these traitors to humanity awaited their final hour. So we do have an orbital battle. Great. I'm going to do the orbital battle, and then I'm going to stop for the day, I think. Because I still need to make food. Still need to make something to eat. And also fix my sleep schedule. Which, somehow, I managed to completely fuck up every single day. Blasphemer Styx class heavy cruiser. You're a big ship. You're also a slow ship. No, you just have garbage acceleration. A warp rift. He summoned additional ships. Okay. He has 2 lance weapons. The fighters are probably the biggest issue, because they can deal heavy damage. What I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna board you. Burning torpedoes, go! Okay, they're on fire. Craft base with the fighters and a warp raft. Short-lasting warp portal which damages targets online with the chaos. Watch out! Right. How long do I have range? Not long enough.
Unleash the power of our lance batteries.
Then I think I'm just gonna go around the side. Can I shoot you? No. Can also not shoot them. That sucks. But I think yeah, I'm just gonna go outside. Those ships are done. Then shield pulse on you. Not quite sure what that did, but overloads a shield to disrupt the enemy's defenses. If the enemy has shields, they are moved to the opposite from where the attack hits. If the enemy has a hollow field, it loses several of its charges. Pull can also negatively impact Xenos technology. Alright. Shoot. Shoot.
I want to hear the macro cannons roar.
I think we're gonna set down some torpedoes. I don't think we'll do that. Can we even do that? Target is invalid. The enemy ship is of hull damage. It does not affect ships larger than cruisers. Right. Give them some debuffs there. Cannot up the ship, but that's fine. Yeah, that's a big ship. Considering that our ship itself has like multiple thousands of people living on it, just living on it. Fly into the cruiser. You can blow these guys up. Do nothing there. Shoot him. Shoot him.
Deliver their demise.
And then I unfortunately kind of have to go there, I think. And I kind of don't want to go through there, so new heading to here. Which isn't great because we have to go through warp zones there. Reload. Have another boarding party, I guess. Then start with cannons.
The fury of our macro cannons.
The lance does not hit, unfortunately.
Bring doom to our enemies.
But I think that should be good enough. I don't think it can attack us from the...
Leave no trace of their filth, rogue trader.
Why do they always get really... Why do they always get kind of happy whenever my own allies die? That kind of makes no sense. That they actually have guns that can hit me. And the problem is I'm still in the warp storm. So I think I'm dead. I indeed am. Okay. Let us try that one again. Yeah, load last save. Which I don't know when that was. Okay, it was the start of combat here. I hate that my boy gets to go first. Can we hit? No, and you add +2 extra range, so we will not hit. Lance. we need to go one forward anyway. Lance. New. What is this? Maximum overdrive. Flagship speed is increased by +2. It's by 1. Increase that even further.
Full ahead.
Wonderful. Dorsal fin also on that. I cannot cast the Empyrean Storm right now. No. Put out the torpedoes right now.
Destruction upon our enemies. Set course with all haste.
Then reload. Port on the fighters.
Deadly litany.
Dorsal fin. Oh, they're dead. Okay. Dorsal fin on the cruiser, and then we will protect our port. Scout, its weak points, or damage to weak point is increased by 30%. Only one weak point can be highlighted at a time. What is the weak point? Do not fly through the warp storm. Okay, it didn't yet. Okay, it started flying through the warp storm.
Strike them now.
They have multiple. Right, port gun. I cannot use this, unfortunately. I forgot. Can I only use an ultimate once? Cooldown 1 rounds. Can I only use one ultimate? Anyway, use the dorsal. Then move here, use the
Unleash the power of
front
our lance batteries.
lance battery.
The impure tremble.
I unfortunately still cannot do anything with that. But now I can move. Does this help? Probably not, but being directly behind them is probably not the worst idea. Have a shield pulse. Shoot them again. Oh. That's kind of bad. Do I care about the fighters? Kind of. Can I ram? I can.
Deliver their demise.
Purgation through blessed plasma fire.
Wonderful. Okay. The stupid warp storms are gone. I think I'll just do on the back, on the rear, on the aft, whatever. Alright. And now I just need to deal with these small things. Which honestly I kinda hate because they are
Our lance batteries.
hard to hit. I think. Stop it. Nope, they went for the off. Here I can. I do like when they're in the position to be shot with the macro cannons. Cannot be used again this turn.
Bring doom to our enemies.
Can I reload this turn? Yes. So reload, and then just shoot them again.
I want to hear the macro cannons roar!
That cruiser was a lot more of a challenge than I expected it to be. That's Dark Halo, Unholy Void Heretic Trophies, Dark Halo and Unholy Amulets. I'm pretty sure those also are normal Heretic Trophies, not just Void Heretic Trophies. Launch a planetary assault. I'm gonna do that next time. For now, I'm gonna stop. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a nice Sunday. Hope you have a nice evening. I hope you have a good night. And goodbye.